Suburban Community Television presents high school football, and have we got a dandy for you tonight from War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. It's the Battle of the Pettines. North Penn High School, the Knights, invade War Memorial Field to take on Mike Pettine Sr.'s Central Bucks West Bucks team. Both undefeated, both with a big game in front of them. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Friedman, along with me, Matt Levy. And Matt, I think it says it all. Pettine versus Pettine. It's been hyped all week.
Well, ever since Mike Pettine Jr. was hired at North Penn, a lot of people have circled this game on their calendar, and who would have thought they'd both be coming in here undefeated? Not only is this a family affair, this is for the Suburban 1 League National League for first place.
Well, the one I feel for tonight, of course, is Joyce Pettine, Mike's wife, and Mike Jr.'s mom. She said she's got to wear her gold and black, but she won't be unhappy if North Penn wins the game tonight. Got to be an odd feeling for Mike Pettine Jr. All these years coming into the near sidelines, playing quarterback for the team, a great quarterback for the teams of the late 70s. And here he is now at 31 years of age, coach of North Penn, hopefully to become a great rivalry against his dad. A team, North Penn, that lost all but 8 starters from last year and yet has gone through the season thus far undefeated.
And all the credit has to go to Mike Pettine Jr. They lost a lot of, especially at the skill positions. And Mike Pettine Jr. has really developed this team. He has this team believing that they can go out and win a game. The offense struggled the first couple of games this year, but they've really come on the last 2 offensively. And Hickey Johnson has been a big surprise for them in the backfield, and Tom Parentozzi has been superb at quarterback.
Yeah, but the one thing you got to say is they have not been really tested by a powerful team as yet. The teams they have beaten has been, for lack of a better term, the middle of the road and the lesser teams in the National Conference. This is the first solid team that they will face this year. A big challenge. For CBWS, well, they've just been getting better and better. It's like a great car. It revs up, sputters a little bit at the beginning. They hit on all cylinders last week.
41-12. Neshaminy made that their homecoming game, and Central Bucks West ruined their homecoming. And, of course, when you talk about Central Bucks West, you begin with Dave Armstrong. 6'4", 255 yards. I'd hate to try to stop him, let alone these guys here for North Penn. And Corey Potter's really developing right now as a solid quarterback. He had a great passing game last week, went over 100 yards rushing. If he gets going, along with Armstrong, and someone else comes through, this team will be unstoppable.
We have a weapon like Dave Armstrong, so strong, so powerful, that it makes the other running game, runners more dangerous, because if you fake to him, it's got to freeze the line and the linebackers. They've got to respect the power of Dave Armstrong. 6'4", what is he going? 6'4", about 260 now?
255.
255. He's going to be going to the University of Michigan next year. Just a great all-around player. He's been a starter since 9th grade. He's just very, very solid, and it's going to be a great game. On the other side of the ball, Tommy Pierantozzi has come in. He has taken the starting quarterback position between him and Kenrick Smith. Tommy has taken, he's done very well, but Hickey Johnson, as you mentioned, has been a strong player. Look for another player who'll be wearing number 76 tonight, Dave Koslow, a junior, very, very solid. They've moved him to the line from a running back. Very strong blocker for North Penn High School.
That's right, he played fullback the first game, had 2 touchdowns in the win over Harry S. Truman. I saw that game, and since then they moved him to the offensive line. He's a big power guy, will create the holes, and Johnson, Lou Mims, and Nate Vielhauer will try to take advantage of those holes.
So we're about ready to start. North Penn appears will be kicking off. Going from your right to left, they will be wearing the white jerseys, dark blue helmets, and the Cardinal and Navy, the colors of North Penn High School. Of course, the Killer Bees of Central Bucks West. Their gold pants, black jerseys, gold with gold numerals. We are set to kick it off. Lining the ball up for North Penn will be Tommy Pierantozzi, who also serves as their kicker, and back deep for CB West is Joel Starsman, and I believe it's Chris Ortiz on the far side. We'll know in a moment. Waiting to blow the whistle. This is the big game. Pettine versus Pettine. Doylestown versus Lansdale. North Penn, Central Bucks West. And here we go. Tommy Pierantozzi approaches the ball. He hits it. It's a high, very short kick. Going to be taken by one of the upbacks. He's got it about the 20. Breaks through to the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40-yard line. Carrying the ball on the kickoff was number, let me see if that was that Jared Gamble on the carry? Excuse me, number 35, big boy, Scott Warden. I'm already pointing out North Penn guys at CB West. I'm excited too. Into the game at quarterback, of course, number 22, Corey Potter. Dave Armstrong, the big running back, number 34. He'll fill the screen up for you. Front line, a good one. We'll talk about them during the game. Backs are in the eye. Armstrong is the up back. And it appears that Chris Ortiz is the tailback. It's a keeper by Potter. He'll get 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackled on the play before he can get through the line by number 67 for North Penn. That's Jeff Michael.
Michael busted through the hole and was not fooled at all by the option run by Potter. Made a nice tackle, low tackle, to bring him down for maybe about a yard.
Of course, the last time these two teams played at War Memorial Field, a big upset when North Penn defeated CB West that night. Some great passing and by Jansen, and a couple of great catches in the open field by Tommy Cosper. Single setback, man in motion, handoff goes to Armstrong. He's through the line, he's for 5, 10, he breaks to midfield, and he's finally brought down inside North Penn territory at the 46-yard line.
That's pure Dave Armstrong. Just going off tackle, meeting up with someone, and just breaking a couple of tackles for extra yardage. Nothing fancy about Dave Armstrong. He is just going to take the ball and go right at you and tell you, stop it. No one has been able to yet this year.
Well, the way they stopped him 2 years ago was to get him low and get him early, and actually what they did was they he was injured his leg a bit early in the game. He was never really a factor as North Penn won the game. Last year was a whole different story. West was back to their old tricks. Backs are split. Wingman to the left. Now goes into motion. And first down, the handoff again to Armstrong. Through the line for 5, 6, 7 yards. Inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Dave Armstrong just waiting for a little bit of a crack to develop, and no one man is going to bring him down.
Not at 6'4", 255, and again, they talk about in the NFL, especially with receivers like Rice and Taylor, the yards after the catch. With Dave Armstrong, it's yards after the first hit. And right there, he got about another 2 or 3 yards after he was initially hit.
Again, the backs are split. Second down, 3 yards to go. Again, man in motion. And again, the handoff goes to Armstrong off the right side. He's got 5. He's got the first down inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. Had to be tackled by Tommy Pierantozzi, and that's tough when you have to have your safety come up and tackle your big man.
Nice block by one of the other running backs, Mario Polina. He took an outside cornerback out of the play and allowed Armstrong to get to the outside and get the first down. North Penn last week allowed 286 yards rushing. This is one of the fears they were having about how they were going to stop Armstrong. Everybody's having that fear, but North Penn struggled last week with the rush defense.
They will let up points, as has been shown this season. Again, the backs are split. In motion goes Polina. This time the pitch goes, and breaking for big yardage inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown! On a great run by Scott Warden. Warden takes it 32 yards into the end zone, and it is 6-0 CB West.
We'll credit the right side of the offensive line for the Bucks. John Wilson, the right guard, Adam Dumart, the right tackle. They opened up a huge hole for Warden. No one really had a shot at him. A couple of people were trying to get him at the ankles, but great run, great blocking in front of Warden for the big touchdown.
In for the extra point now. 5 plays, 60 yards, and then for the extra point is number 12. That's Dan Patterson. Patterson puts it up, he puts it left, puts it through. So we have 9:31 to go in the first quarter, and it's CB West drawing first blood. They lead 7-0. I'll tell you, a 5-play, 60-yard drive, all on the ground. And the one thing that we concerned ourselves about, we talked about it on Sportsline, was the fact that North Penn does give up points. They do give up a lot of yardage. And against a team like CB West, you can't afford to do that. And I'll tell you, it was like water going through a sieve with that offensive play.
Basically, only one play did North Penn really stop Central Bucks West on that drive. The very first play when Potter was held to 1 yard. After that, it's 7, 8, 11, 7, and the big run by Warden. And you're right, Bob, they're giving up big chunks of yardage. They're giving up points this year. You cannot do that against the Bucks. The Bucks will kill you if they do that.
Absolutely. So now we'll take a look at North Penn on offense. Back for North Penn deep is Martin Leonard. And I believe that may be Hickey Johnson back there with him. I'll check it out in a moment. It is Hickey Johnson. Kicking off will be Patterson. Am I correct? That Patterson's brother also kicked for CB West. He skied. I may be wrong on that. Well, he tees it up at the 40-yard line. Not much of a wind tonight, so that's not really going to be a factor. It's a gorgeous night for football. Temperature is in the mid-60s. The kick goes high. It'll go off to about the 12-yard line, where it's taken there, carried over to the 15. He will not make it to the 20. The 19-yard line is as far as he can get. And North Penn will take over.
Of course, any big game, the first drive for each team always so crucial. Get off to that big start. There's so much emotion in this game. Of course, West just took advantage of their first possession with the touchdown. Let's see what North Penn can do.
All right. Tommy Pierantozzi over the ball. Hickey Johnson, number 2, has got to be watching. Now they switch into the I. Johnson at the tailback. Long count by Pierantozzi. And they'll give it to Hickey Johnson. He'll break it over 20 to about the 21. Make about 2 yards on the play. Call it second down, 8 yards to go.
Hickey Johnson with a big week a couple of weeks ago against Ben Salem. Went for 184 yards. That's when he began to establish himself as the top runner on this North Penn team.
Watch out for number 76, Dave Koslow. He is a legitimate Division I prospect. 6'3", 235. I'm going to say that's conservative. He's probably pushing about 245 at this point. And he lines up in the backfield. He always line up behind quarterback Tom Pierantozzi. Second down, 8 yards to go. Again, Pierantozzi with a long count. Man in motion. It's a keeper, but excuse me, it's not a keeper. It's a handoff underneath. And going nowhere with the ball. Let's see who carried that one. It was number 20, and that would be Lou Mims, who's the other running back. Mims and Johnson have done the bulk of the running for North Penn as they run out of a power I, but didn't get anything on that play, as CBUS was not fooled by the fake by Pierantozzi.
Well, North Penn's doing a lot of shifting right now prior to the plays. And again, you're right, West is not being fooled by that. They knew going in that North Penn likes to do that and shift and try to catch you off guard.
Single setback now. Trying to hand up the left side. Oh, the ball is not, it's almost, excuse me, it's knocked away, I beg your pardon. And it's blocked, and it'll be 4th down. So North Penn, who has been so strong offensively, can only muster 2 total yards in their first set, and they will have to punt the ball away. And you got to watch out for the blockers deep in their own territory.
I believe it was Greg Ward, big 6'4" defensive lineman, who deflected that ball at the line of scrimmage.
So 4th and 8, they'll have to punt the ball away. And Pierantozzi also will do the punting for it. Good snap. Gets it away. It's a nice high kick. Taken at the 30, 45-yard line, 50. 45-yard line, and that's about it. As taking the ball was Scott Warden, who had scored the touchdown on the 29-yard run previously, and that is where the Bucks will take possession on the 46-yard line of North Penn. I'll tell you what, Matt, you don't want them to start up there because it makes it even easier for them.
2 possessions now. The first one they took at their own 40, now right at midfield. Excuse me, at the 45-yard line of North Penn.
Corey Potter
showing the field for this team.
Corey Potter comes into the game again. They will start actually inside the 45-yard line. Good placement by the referees. 7:45 to go first quarter. 7-0 CB West, scoring on the very first possession. Backs are in the I. Now they switch, still into the I, but wing right. Handoff underneath goes to Dave Armstrong, and he piles his way for a couple of yards before they finally, I'd say bring him down, but they finally stop him. He never actually went down. Second and 2, the ball at the 43-yard line. And see, when you get a running game going like this, though, you can do a little play action off this. A lot of things you can do once that running game is set up.
And if you watch where the defense is lining up, there's really no one more than 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. I mean, they're basically have an 8-man front. And play action, you freeze the linebackers and you freeze that secondary, and you can get some big plays off that. And Potter's developing into a quarterback that can take advantage of that.
That's a split again. And it's a keeper. He's rolling right. He's looking to throw. He decides he's going to run the ball, and he won't get much. Maybe a yard. Corey Potter, as smart and as starting the play was Nate Bielauer coming up from his backfield spot to stop Potter. The defense was excellent on the pass. Potter had nowhere to go, tried to cut it upfield, didn't get it. He only gets about a yard, make it 3rd and 7.
As we were just talking about play action, there it was right there. But again, the secondary of the Knights did not bite on that. They had the receivers well covered, and Potter had nothing to do but try to run and gain some yardage, and Bielauer with the big tackle.
So the first big play of the night for CB West is 3rd and 7 at the 43, called the long 42-yard line. Single setback, double wing, and they don't like what they see, so they're going to call timeout. And it looks like Potter's talking to one of his players, may have lined up in the wrong spot, so they have to waste a timeout. And as always, they come over to the sideline and they will talk to the coach, the entire team. North Penn will stay out on the field, and Coach Pettine will come in and talk to them. Mike Pettine Jr. brought a couple of former teammates with him. Dick Beck, of course. Dick Beck is to Mike Pettine Jr., I guess you might say what Mike Carey is to Mike Pettine Sr.
He's his right-hand man, the assistant head coach. And of course, he knows the Central Bucks West power just as well as anybody.
I think the reality of it is that you've got a good, solid player in a solid team in North Penn, young team. One thing you've got to say, last year under Joe Shannon, about 53 kids came out to play football. This year, over 90 kids came out to play football for North Penn. So Mike Pettine Jr., there were some questions about it, the way he was brought in, but I'll tell you, I knew once the season began they would like exactly what they see. They're seeing winning football. They're seeing a team that competes.
North Penn has always been known as the sleeping giant, and Mike Pettine Jr. is hoping to wake that giant.
Backs are split, 3rd and 7. Back to pass goes Potter. Looking, pumps it over the middle. Hits his man, got a first down on a nice little crossing pass, and the pass is complete to Dave Titus, and they will get the first down as he threw underneath the coverage. We have a player down for North Penn. I believe that's Nate Bielauer.
Well, that would be a big loss for North Penn. Bielauer is such a big player in their team in both the secondary and on the offense. He has 6 touchdowns, leading the team with 6 touchdowns, 4 on the ground and 2 in the air. Had a big 75-yard touchdown catch last week in their win.
Well, Bielauer has been very solid. He was, of course, their blocking back last year, and looks like he's in some pain right now. It's a little cool to say he'd be cramping up. It looks like he twisted something, and the medical staff is out there to look at him just to make sure that he's all right, which right now does not look promising for him, but you never know. These injuries sometimes have a way of being a little less dangerous than what you thought they might be. He is up, and he might have just gotten dinged, basically. So, yeah, Bielauer is coming out under his own power. But a big first down play. They used the soft coverage of North Penn, sent the receivers down, had it cleared out. Titus cleared into the zone, caught the little short pass from Potter, got the first down yardage, and then some.
Well, 3rd down is always going to play a big part in the game, and this one's going to be no different. And the first 3rd down conversion for Central Bucks West keeps the drive going, and they're still deep in North Penn territory.
Ball now resting at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, backs in the eye, wing right. Handoff goes, and carrying the ball for about 3 yards is Scott Warden.
Warden just going off right tackle, and again the blockers of Central Bucks West, that front line, moving North Penn back.
And of course, some of the blockers, we have Joe Wilson up there. He's a junior, 6'4", 250 pounds. Then you have Ben Carver, who's also a junior, 6'3", 300 pounds. Hello. We'll get the rest of the beef in a few minutes. Single setback, 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Now we have a timeout. What's happened here? They call timeout, or is there a penalty? No, CB West has called another timeout. While we have the moment, let's remind you, watch the new Sports Line live every Tuesday evening preceding SCT Sports Weekly during the fall season, right here on Channel 9 at 8 p.m. I hope you watched it tonight as you see Coach Mike Pettine talking to his crew. Also new on SCT this fall, 2-Year Help, a program produced by the Bucks County Physicians and Hospital Alliance. Tune in Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to get cooking this fall with on SCT with a full hour of cooking programs featuring area chefs. I Would Eat That airs Friday at 7:30 p.m. This month's focus is on grilling. The flavor base follows, and in October, easy gourmet dishes are prepared right here on Channel 9. Sounds like a program that goes right to my stuff. And of course, once again, remind you that the award-winning Teens Talk Line, produced by teens for teens, is back this fall on Mondays on Channel 9 at 8 o'clock p.m. Matt, again, they didn't look like they were all set up, and the smart thing, they called the timeout to get things together because this is an important possession.
That timeout might haunt him in the second quarter, and we saw the picture of Mike Penn Sr. talking to his players. He wasn't talking, he was yelling.
He was not happy. Now motion goes Warden. Handoff goes to Dave Armstrong. He's to the 25, bumps somebody out of the way and steps out of bounds.
Hello.
After a gain of about 4, it'll make it third down and about 2, and that's just straight power running. Somebody try to get him high. I tell you can't tackle Dave Armstrong high.
Well, Lou Mims just felt Dave Armstrong. He tried to get him up high, and Armstrong just blew him off like he was nothing for a 4-yard gain.
Third down, and we'll tell you, make it a long 2, just outside the 25-yard line of North Penn. Corey Potter with a single setback, double wing to the right. Behind that double wing goes Armstrong. He'll be close to the first down. It depends on the spot. I don't think he got it, Matt.
He looks like he's going to get a generous spot.
That is a generous spot. They're going to measure, and I'm going to have my first one of the year. I'm going to say he's short by the nose of the football.
Well, I have to go opposite you.
Of course you do. But I'm going to say short by the nose of the football. Tough angle here, but we'll see what it comes out. Dave Armstrong was brought down, got a pretty good spot. I mean, it was a fair spot. No matter what, they're going to go for it, whether it's first down or fourth down. They'll pull the chains. Matt Levy, you are a genius. He made the first down. That's what I meant to say. He made the first down by the nose of the football.
Well, that'll be the last time I guess that. I'm a perfect 1-for-1, and I'm stopping right there.
All right. I, on the other hand, live for the gamble.
Well, you're 0-for-1. You've got to keep on gambling to try to get
yeah,
up
I got to be right sooner or later. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. CBWS with a 7-0 lead, and they are on the North Penn 23-yard line, looking to get more. Single setback, double wing to the right. Handoff goes, no, it's a keeper by Potter. He's to the 20, fumbles the ball, and let's see who's got it. No, it's out of bounds. Out of bounds. It was recovered by North Penn, but it was out of bounds, so it'll stay at the 20-yard line. Gain of 2 by Potter. Make it 2nd and 8.
Well, that's what North Penn needs to try to do, is force some turnovers here, and they almost got one. As you mentioned, North Penn player did recover that fumble, but out of bounds. Correct call by the officials.
Look for play action here. I got a feeling. Just got a feeling on this.
That's the funny thing. With a Dave Armstrong on a 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7, you can still do play action. A lot of times you think that would take you out of it, but with a player like Dave Armstrong, you can still do that.
Well, they're going to do it. They're going to do it out of a power eye, though. So let's see what happens. 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a handoff straight up. Oh, and a nice play. Let's see who got him. That was Warden going in at number, let's see, 67 for North Penn. It's Jeff Michael. We've mentioned his name before. Nice tackle. 3rd down and 5. Sets up a passing situation.
Michael was lined up on the left side of the defensive line and came around, came into the backfield and almost basically stripped the ball out of the running back's hands. I mean, a great tackle on that play.
Again, the power eye formation. Tailback is Warden. And it's he who gets the ball. He breaks it for 3, breaks it for 4. Power almost got the first down. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy. Now we'll see what they do. They're going to try and bring Patterson out for the field goal, or they try and power it in for the first down. 4th down, we're going to call it a long one. Don't see Patterson, so they're going to go for it here.
Yeah.
Again, if you're stuck to the Bucks, you want to make a quick decision because you only have 1 timeout left. You don't want to use all your timeouts in the first quarter here.
That's a tough angle for a left footer, too. Double wing to the right. Armstrong, single setback. Fourth and about a yard, some confusion in North Penn line, but he breaks through for the first down. Kept his balance inside the 10-yard line. Dave Armstrong, the go-to guy, gets the first down, and it's first and goal for CB West.
Well, someone got him at the angles right around the line of scrimmage, but he just kept his balance, stayed low to the ground, and got as much as he could, and it wound up being about 8 yards, and the drive continues.
In the red zone down inside the 10-yard line. Backs are in the eye. Warden the tailback. Wing to the right side. Handoff goes to Armstrong to the 5, to the 3, to the 2-yard line, Dave Armstrong. And you get a feeling it's just a matter of time, Matt.
Well, he has 15 on the season. Who better to give it to? Just a pure, strong runner. It's all strength. He does have surprising speed for a guy his size.
Yeah, but you got to open the cracks for him, too, and that front line is just pushing him off the ball. Mentioned a few of them, also mentioned the center, Matt Velitis, another well-known name in CB West lore. Setback is Armstrong. Oh, and he forced his way to a line, and a whole heap of tacklers from North Penn, led by number 91, Mike Maese. I'm not sure I got that right. See how we got that.
Mays.
Mays? Oh, that's easy enough. Mike Mays makes the tackle. And you know what? You get the feeling then we're going to continue to get to Armstrong. You wonder if Potter stuck it in Armstrong's stomach, took it out, he could walk into the end zone. Backs are split. Third and goal. Pitch goes to Armstrong. The 3, the 2. He turns the corner. He's in. Touchdown, Dave Armstrong. He couldn't power his way through, so he used his speed to go around the side. Found North Penn all bunched in. Beat the linebacker to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, CB West, and it's 13-0 with 1:59 to go in the first quarter.
Touchdown number 16 on the season for Dave Armstrong. Right around the 2-yard line, Bob, he just stiff-armed a defender coming up to try to make that tackle. You're right, the play was designed to go off tackle. He took it to the outside. The 9th defender came in to get him, just a quick stiff arm, and he was in easily.
Dave Patterson will line it up again for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick up, kick long, kick good, and it's 14-0. Now Mike Pettine Jr. finds himself in a big hole. He's got to do something here. His defense has not been able to stop the Bucks as yet. His offense has gone 3 and out on their only offensive series and has not looked good doing it. They've got to do something here, Matt.
They have to open up the offense. They really need to. First of all, they have to get a first down. They ride the ball one time, maybe got 2 yards. They need just to establish the first down, hold the ball, calm the guys down, because it's probably a very anxious sideline right now. And I'm sure in the back of his mind, even though he didn't want to think about this, I'm sure Mike Pettine Jr. in the back of his mind thought that this could actually be happening right now. What this score is at 14-0.
Well, he's a realist. You look at the team. North Penn, as I mentioned, they have not been seriously challenged by a strong team as yet. Their defense is still very suspect, and it showed right here as they've just been able to just walk their way through the North Penn defense. It's not to say they're a bad team, they're a very good team. It's just that CB West is a great team. Patterson will line it up again at the 40-yard line. 13 plays, 56 yards. Tommy White, who's doing the stats for us tonight, on a low kick. Bounces over the up man, it'll go to Hickey Johnson at the 15 to the 20, breaks it to the 25, tries to spin, goes to the 27-yard line. He's brought down. Hickey Johnson takes the ball up on a fairly good return as they kick the ball low. It took a high hop over the up-back's head, so they'll get pretty good field position for starting out at about the 27-yard line. Last time they started at the 18.
And again, North Penn now just has to slowly establish their offense right here. The first thing, get a first down. Move the ball a little bit down, and then look to get maybe the big play. CB
West, I've been handing the stats, says 17 rushes for 107 yards in the first quarter alone. Single setback. Parentozzi again with a long count. I think we may have moved. Yeah, I think the North Penn line, the right side of the line, moved just a little bit quickly, and they're going to lose 5. Pass the ball, but the long count can be a problem, especially when you have a hyped up front line, and that front line just leaned forward too soon. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, so instead of starting for the 27, now they go back to the 22-yard.
As you mentioned in the pregame,
offense.
As you mentioned in the pregame show, a lot of new players, a lot of new starters for North Penn. Well, they haven't been in an atmosphere like this yet. I mean, you're talking, this place is packed on both sides. Around this has got the feel of the East-West game, and there's at least 8,000 people here. And you have to be nervous, and that's where you're going to jump off sides.
Now they have backs in the eye. As you see the CB West bench, the offense taking a little bit of a rest. Rolling to the right is Parentosi. He throws, it's going to be low. Had a man open, but he threw it a little bit low. It was intended for Jason Payne. And it bounced in front of him, so make it 2nd down and 15. Well-devised play, good play action, had time to throw, just seemed to throw more off his front foot and didn't get anything on the ball, man.
Yeah, he rushed that pass a little bit and bounced it right in front of the receiver, Payne.
Kenrick Smith in the game, he will go wide. Now, he's also the backup quarterback. He's wearing 89 tonight. Oh, off the shotgun. Throwing the ball deep for Smith. It goes high, can't get it, intercepted. Intercepted by CB West. And carrying the ball back down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line, to the 20-yard line is number 24, Dave Titus, as the pass was way up high for Cameron Smith. He went up and went off his hands. Titus playing deep center field, gets the ball back to the 19-yard line, and here come the Bucks again.
Great interception, but credit Corey Potter. He hammered Kenrick Smith on that high pass. The pass, Kenrick Smith got his hands on the ball. Potter drilled and the ball came flying out off his hands and right into the Titus's hands for the big interception, and here they come again.
Backs are split. Behind Corey Potter. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He's got a couple of yards. He'll take it down to about the 17-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 8.
Stop by number 52, Jeff Wilson. Gain on the play.
Still over a minute to go in the first quarter. It has been all CB West as North Penn came out running, couldn't do anything. Came out passing, and the second pass he threw was intercepted. Actually, the third pass. One was blocked, one fell incomplete, one's been intercepted. Double wing formation. Now man goes in motion. That's Warden. Rolling to the right is Potter. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, takes it to the 5, the 4-yard line, Corey Potter. Behind some great blocks, kick out blocks on the right side. He had a huge hole to run through, and the Bucks are 5 yards away from the 3rd touchdown.
On that right side of the line again, Wilson, John Wilson, and Adam Dumart. And of course, Dave Armstrong does more than just run. He blocks too, and he got a big block right in front of Potter on that play.
1st and goal, ball inside the 5-yard line. Trips backfield now. And the handoff goes to Armstrong, hitting the backfield, but I think North Penn's going to be offside. I think that a nice tackle in the backfield by number 50, that's Pete Myers, but I think you're going to see North Penn offside on this play.
Myers busted through the line. The question is, did he leave early?
Let's see what we've got. Now they waved the flag off. They said the ball was snapped. So good play by Myers. He appeared to be close to being offside, but they said he was not in the neutral zone when the ball was snapped. Therefore, play goes, and actually no gain on the play. A good tackle, and that's the way you have to tackle Dave Armstrong. You got to pin his legs. If he can't move his legs, doesn't matter how big he is, he's not going to get the yardage.
Attack him and attack him low.
2nd down, backs are split. Now man in motion, goes left to right. That's to the right side is Warden. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, 3rd touchdown with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 20-0 CB West, and it's getting to be a blowout, folks.
Well, it was all Warden on that run, Bob. To the outside, to the right side of the line. Lou Mims was coming up to tackle him, and a great sidestep by Warden to elude Mims and go in untouched. And you're right, this game's getting away early.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the things that caused that is that everybody was keying on number 34. They chose 34, they pitched the ball, and there's only a couple of guys with their eyes on Warden. He takes it into the end zone, kick good by Patterson, and that'll make it 21-0 with 3 seconds still to go in the first quarter. And I'm telling you, it's all CBS so far.
Well, here's the replay on the run. Here's Warden to the outside. He's following right behind Armstrong. And there's the sidestep of Mims and into the end zone, basically untouched.
So, with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter, CBWS has taken the 21-0 lead. They have done it virtually all on the ground. Tommy White's going to give us some statistics again. They can't have gotten that many more yards. They only started on the 20-yard line. But, of course, that was all on the ground, too. So you got to figure about 127 yards rush, 132 yards rushing. He started on the 25.
You know, it's
Patterson, who's got to be getting leg weary, is kicking off again.
It's funny, every time people say there's the big game for Central Bucks West, that they're going to be tested, they come out and really just take command of the game. Last week was supposed to be a close game, and they blew Neshaminy away, and they're doing that right now to the Knights.
High kickoff is a high kickoff going deep. And it'll go to Leonard at the 9-yard line. He's out across the 15 to the 20, and oh, he won't make it to the 20. I spoke too soon, as he will not make it to the 20-yard line. A great tackle on the play. Let me see if I got it, number 54, I believe it is. That's Matt Showalter, and we have come to the end of the first quarter. A quarter that has been all Bucks. After 1 quarter of play, CBWS 21, North Penn nothing. We'll take a break and be right back.
Years, Gem Jewelers' professional staff has been at the heart of the matter with quality engagement rings, wedding bands, and diamond anniversary rings. Inside our beautiful showroom, you'll find the largest selection and the best values to make your special day or any occasion a treasure you'll remember forever. Plus, Gem Jewelers' gemologist is always on hand to ensure the quality of your diamonds and gemstones. Gem Jewelers, the heart of jewelry, on Route 611 at Bristol Road, Warrington.
I am the Black Knight.
Classic pinball can be played in your home. It takes just one visit to TNT Amusements. We sell reconditioned arcade-sized pinball machines, video games, and jukeboxes. Unlike our competitors, all of our equipment goes through a comprehensive 51-point checklist. And remember, whatever you buy, you can trade in later. We guarantee that in writing. So try it before you buy it. Visit our huge showroom in Southampton.
We're in the yellow pages under amusements.
And we are back for second quarter action. Ball's on the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my word. Here we go again. CBWS recovers the ball inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for CBWS as a mishandled handoff goes to West, and the Bucks take over again just to be open up the second quarter.
Not quite sure who recovered that. It might have been a mix-up there on the handoff to get that, force that fumble. The fumble took place right around the quarterback center exchange.
Put the ball on the 10-yard line, and again, the Bucks will take over with 11:54 to go in the second quarter.
If you keep it, I'm going to kill you.
Don't know who got the fumble recovery, but here goes a handoff. Carrying it is He's into the 5, the touchdown! Touchdown! Mario Polina with a touchdown run of 10 yards, and it's 27-0. And we have just entered blowout city, folks.
And look at Polina's enthusiasm. He knows he just had a great run, breaking about 3 tackles. He should have been stopped for maybe a gain of 2 at most. Just broke 3 tackles, was not going to be denied and go into that end zone. And boy, this is something. 27-0 right now with the extra point coming up.
All right, so with the extra point, and you got to think also North Penn's defense has been on this field virtually all the game. It's a cool night, but they are tired right now as the kick goes way out. The kick is good, and it's 28-0. Matt, this defense has got to be exhausted. They are on the field for 2 long touchdowns. They come off 2 plays and an interception. They're back on the field. Kick off, a touchdown again. Kick off the first play, fumble, they're back on the field again. North Penn has been on the defensive side of the ball. I've got to say a good 10.5 minutes out of the 12 minutes and 14 seconds of the play.
At least. I don't know if we have official time of possession, but you're right, Bob. I mean, the time of possession is just incredible right now. I mean, they've been on the field for about 90% of this game.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, Tommy White gave me some stats that Armstrong had rushed for 55 yards, that Warden had gone for 45 yards, and Polina had gone for 18. Well, you can add 10 to Polina's total. As North Penn, who's got to be just absolutely stunned here.
They have no idea what hit them.
I mean, and you know, we talked about this on Sportsline, and I said, my kids go to North Penn. I'm neutral when I do the game, but the fact was, I just said, I just don't know that if North Penn can match up to CB West. I could be proven wrong. It's a long game yet, but so far it's all CB West. High, deep kick, taken by Hickey Johnson at the 5, the 10, leads to the 15, cuts inside of the 20, outside the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's got one man to beat. He finally is knocked out of bounds. A great run back by Hickey Johnson.
Well, that might be the spark that they need. For the first time in this game, they're going to have good field position, will North Penn, and maybe that'll get that sideline and that crowd going.
So, is that Leonard on the, oh, excuse me, it was Martin Leonard on the kickoff return.
Well, Leonard
Tommy White is spotting. He just showed me that it's Martin Leonard. I thought it was Hickey Johnson. So, North Penn, they've got to throw the ball, and they're showing no one in the backfield. Look at this, 4 wide receivers split right, and they throw to the left. Pass is complete, and they'll get close to their first down of the night. Let's see who the pass is completed to. Let's see who got that ball.
Might have been 81 Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I think it might have been Evan Fitzpatrick.
Well, Mike Penn Jr. trying to show his father something that maybe he hasn't seen in a while.
Well,
4 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left side, and just a quick 3-step drop and hit the receiver Fitzpatrick on the left side.
Got nothing to lose. Now Fitzpatrick will line up on the right as we get into more conventional backs in the I situation. 2nd and short, and they're going to be called for offside is CB West, and that will give North Penn their first down as there's encroachment into the neutral zone. The flag will go, and it should go against CB West. And it does.
And that 9-yard pass play, the biggest gain of yardage on the night for the night so far.
Dead ball.
It was
offside defense.
It was
First
a good
down.
play that was called there because they showed strong to the right side. 4 receivers out there. He looked right and wheeled around and turned to the left, and it was basically a one-on-one situation. He got 9 yards on it. So North Penn finally gets our first down of the game. And backs will be split behind Parentozzi. Handoff goes to Hickey Johnson. Breaks it to about the 40-yard line rather, and it'll be there that he is stopped. So gain of about 5 on the play, make it 2nd down, a long 5 to go. Now the thing you have to do if you're North Penn here is you just have to stay calm. You're down 28 points. You're not going to score 28 points all at once. You've got to do it, you know, a score at a time. You score a touchdown here, kick a field goal there. You do what you can do.
Right, there is no 28-point play in football. So you just have to take what they give you, get some first downs, keep your defense off the field for a little bit, and slowly get the points back.
Double wing single setback formation now in motion. Those field hours back in the game. Hickey Johnson will not make it out of the backfield. Just buried under a couple of the tacklers for CB West, including Dave Armstrong, who was there on the play, leading the tacklers. Dave, a killer on both sides of the field. Well, he's a Penn State fan. It breaks my heart to see him going to be wearing the Michigan colors. But I wish him the best. He's a great ball player.
Well, I think he did one of the smartest things. He knew he wanted to go to Michigan, make that decision early.
Get it out of the way. Don't worry about it.
Because after football, he has wrestling, and he wants to win a state title this year and not be worrying about that.
Absolutely. And we have a flag down. Let's see what we have. We may have, again, movement on North Penn. Let's see what's going on because they blow the play dead. Let's see what we've got. It is. It's a procedure against North Penn. And as if things aren't tough enough, they're shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. So the 4 yards that they gained on the first, on the 2nd down play, they're going to lose, or the 5 yards they gained on the 1st down, they lost 1 on the 2nd down, and now they'll lose 5 more, and it'll be 3rd and long. And now CB West can just tuck back their ears and go hell-bent for leather, I guess you might say, because Parentosi's almost got to pass off this.
And on that play, the play was designed for Parentosi out of the shotgun to take the snap and go for the quarterback draw on that play. But the penalty took him out of it, of course.
Looking pass. Oh, and he brings it down. He's murdered. He didn't have it. If he didn't let that pass go, it's a touchdown CBS. The defensive back stepped in. He brought it back down. And by the time he did, he was dead.
He also had to bring it back because of Greg Ward. It's right in his face.
So make it 4th down and 11. And what looked like a drive starting has just died. And North Penn, I believe, will have to punt the ball away. Let's see, they're at the 47-yard line. You would think they would punt it away. But I think they want to talk about it. Yeah, they do. So on 4th down, they're going to chat about it, see if they want to go for it here. They really have nothing to lose at this point. While we have a moment, a reminder to go cover to cover with hosts Lee Wolf and Gina Weber as they cover interesting stories, people's places, and events in the area right here on Channel 9, Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Boo! Did I scare you? Well, if not, a feature this month on Bucks County Ghost Stories might. And we'll take a break and be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
Looking for the perfect pre-owned car? Come to John Altamari Auto. With over 125 quality pre-owned cars in stock, you're sure to find the car you want at the price you want. Choose from luxury cars, vans, sports cars, imports, and four-wheel drives. Every car is warranted for 1 year with current inspection, plus Altamari has a service center on the premises. Bad credit or no credit, Altamari gives you instant approval with as little as $500 down. So, visit our friendly sales staff to help you get the car you want. John Altamari Auto, located on East Lincoln Highway, 100 yards from Reedman.
And we are back. They have decided to punt after the talk on 4th down. No, they're going to fake it. They're going to throw it across field, and it's going to go out of bounds, incomplete. Not a tremendously well-devised play, Matt.
No, Parentosi is the punter, of course the quarterback as well. And it was a fake, and the receiver actually only went about 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Really did not fool anybody. And then Parentosi overthrew his receiver. But even if he completed the pass, I don't think he would have gotten the first down anyway.
Well, I think you got to think that Pettine might have said to him, look, go take a look for the pass. If you got the first down, throw it. If not, punt the ball away. He still had plenty of time. Parentosi obviously thought he had a receiver, threw the ball, threw it a little bit high, and it's a first down for CBWest. And again, great field position at the 46-yard line. Corey Potter and the quarterback back split again. Once again, Scott Warden, and here comes the reverse. Carrying the ball and getting very little yardage on the play was Scott Warden. Came up from his wingback spot, and the main reason was Dave Coslow, number 76, the name you will hear frequently in watching North Penn games. Dave Coslow, a junior, a big train.
He was not fooled at all on that reverse. Now we've seen a little trickery thrown by both coaches. That can you top this? We had the 4 wide receiver show on one side by North Penn, now a little reverse.
2nd down and 9 to go, 1 yard gain on that, 7:45 to go in the half, 28-0, CBWest leading North Penn. And again, they show their no backfield look and pass, and we're going to have a penalty. And let's see if they may have lined up illegally. I think that's the case.
I don't think there were enough people lined up on the line of scrimmage.
On the line of scrimmage, I think they had one man split, and you must have 5 men down on the line of scrimmage, and they did not. So that will be a 5-yard penalty, make it 2nd down and about 14 now. And I think this is a case of Dad saying, son, this is how you do it. Having a little fun, I guess you might say.
You have to wonder what's going through both their minds. Of course, in the beginning of the game and now, where it is at 28-0. What is going through their minds?
Well, I got to tell you, if I'm Mike Pettine Jr., I'm a realist. I'm sitting there saying, this was not out of the realm of possibility here. This is my first year. I'm building this team. This team is not built yet. Let's take a look at it in another 2 or 3 years and see what happens. Single setback. Man in motion is Polina. Rolling to the right is Potter. He looks. He throws over the middle. He's got a man a little bit too wide for Titus. Had the man, but had a throw on the run, threw it a little long for him. It'll be third down and about 14, 7-11 to go in the first half.
Lou Mims had the receiver Titus well covered on the inside. Potter tried to lead him to the outside, led him too much for the incomplete pass. But Lou Mims with a nice defensive play. Good coverage on that pass.
So third down and 14, another obvious passing situation. Potter has shown he can throw from the run. That was a well-thrown ball, just about a yard or two wide of the receiver Titus. And they line it up again. The setback is Armstrong, straight back to pass, plenty of time. He wings, he got a man right up, oh, and couldn't hold onto the ball with Scott Warden, and I mean, he was stone alone down around the 23-yard line, just didn't bring the ball in. So make it a fourth down, and the CB West will have to punt the ball away. I mean, Warden, the only reason he dropped that ball is because he was lonely. I mean, there was nobody there.
Well thrown ball by Potter. In between, the Warden was in between the cornerback and Parentozzi and one of the safeties, wide open. I think he was looking to where he could go after that catch.
He was looking for somewhere to go before he pulled the ball in. It's a fourth down, the punting situation. Low snap handled well and almost blocked, but gotten away. A nice high spiral. Picked up there by Lou Mims. Mims will take it over the 25 to the 30-yard line. I tell you, Hickey Johnson almost got his hands on that ball.
Real close to the block, and if you're North Penn right now, you have to be a little happy. That's your first stop with Central Bucks West. Defense for the first time coming off the field with their heads up.
They proved they can stop the pass. They really didn't stop them when you think about it. They had a drop long pass. That ball was thrown properly. It was completed. It was an easy, reception. It was just dropped, flat out dropped. And it's the way it goes.
If you're North Penn, you'll take it right now.
First and 10, exactly. You got a break. Single setback. Handoff goes and carrying it for a couple, 3 yards. I believe that maybe, what am I going to say? I was going to say it might be Vielauer, but let's take a look. No, that was that Vielauer? Yeah, he is limping.
They're in hurry up.
Single setback again. He's got a gain of about 4 on the play. They're in hurry up, doing a slow count. Hickey Johnson drops it in the backfield, picks it up. He'll carry it for a couple of yards. Hickey Johnson didn't get the handoff clean, and he'll pay for it by getting only about a yard. That play looked like it might go somewhere initially.
It did initially, and Hickey Johnson lucky to get that ball back. It took a great bounce for him back into his arms, and he tried to get something. Really didn't get much.
Mims will split wide to the right again, the no huddle look. Single setback, Parentozzi. Third down about 3.5. The handoff goes to Vielauer, and he'll battle, and he won't get the first down. He'll be close, but he won't get the first down. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy, and let's see if North Penn has to punt the ball away.
Interesting play calling, going in the hurry up, and then really basically keeping it on the ground as we have an official's timeout.
Well, that's a smart call. I'll tell you what they did. Close on fourth down. Well, CB West, I think, called for a measurement. That's what they did.
Because of the hurry up, they want to slow down the thing, get them back in the huddle, and get them to think about this play. Because it is short.
Yeah, and there was a smart move on the defense to call for the measurement. Now, North Penn, again, nothing to lose here. You might as well, you're in your own territory. So what? You got to go for it here.
Of course, the person who probably made that call on the sideline, Mike Carey, the defensive coordinator. He's been in big games like this before. That's another thing. The Central Bucks West program has been in games like this, in atmospheres like this.
Absolutely.
And experience in these type of games.
Nobody in the backfield now on fourth down. He'll carry it himself, and let's see if he got it. I think he got it. I think he's going to mark it'll be a first down. He ran right up behind his center, who is Pete Myers and Koslow, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, forward motion took him past that. marker, and the drive will continue. And they're going to go back in the hurry up here.
And why not? First and 10, 5:25 to go in the half. Single setback. It's Bielauer. Man in motion is Hickey Johnson. Johnson gets the handoff off the left side. He breaks it around the corner, and they'll go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Nice play. It's the one he fumbled before. This time he got it. Used his superior speed to get to the corner. He'll get about 7 yards on the carry.
Well, you can see the obvious difference when he was able to just get the handoff and go on that play as opposed to worrying about getting the fumble. And he made a nice cut around the 40 to get some extra yardage, get an extra 5 yards.
Again, no huddle, single setback Bielauer. 2nd and 3. Now in motion is Lou Mims. Handoff to Mims. He'll break it around the corner. He's got the first down toward midfield. He'll be tackled around the 50-yard line.
What they're doing, Bob, is they're in the no huddle. They're putting a man in motion, and that's who they're handing off to. So he already has some momentum, and they're going off the left side, where they feel that's their strength on the offensive line with Matt Ushler, Jeff Michael. And I believe Andrew Seitz might be in there seeing his first action of the year.
Again, no huddle. Single setback again. Back to pass, throwing it over the middle, going to be intercepted, and this could be a touchdown going the other way. Coming down the sideline, running downfield to the 20, he's got a block, breaks it inside the 15, and tackled at the 10-yard line. Intercepted on the play by Corey Potter. Corey Potter, and that ball was thrown right at him. He was wide open, took it downfield, and instead of North Penn driving, it's CB West with the ball just outside the 10-yard line.
Parentozzi threw that ball before the receiver even made the cut inside, and basically he threw it right to Potter. Potter just had to put his hands up and get it, and he had a lot of room in front of him. Got a big block by Ward downfield and able to bring it all the way back to the inside the 15. Here's the replay.
Here's the throw. It's going to come right at you, and there is nobody around.
And Parentozzi really wasn't hurried on that throw. Right to Potter in stride, and then Potter just takes it up the left sideline.
Now the carry off the left side will take it down to about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Bobby.
It's Warden on the carry. So back to live action. It's going all right for West and all wrong for North Penn. It's 28-0. North Penn gets their first serious drive going. Interception almost taken all the way downfield. Now CB West has the ball at the 8-yard line. 2nd down and 6. To the left side goes. Oh, there's a ball's on the ground. Let's see who's got it. I think that Dave Armstrong recovered it. He did, and they'll get a couple more yards out of it. So instead of being North Penn's ball and dodging the bullet, CB West has got the ball, and it's close to a first down.
Well, again, everything's just going right for Central Bucks West. Molina got stripped of the ball, but Armstrong was right there and jumped on it. And as you mentioned, actually gained a couple of yards on the fumble. Everything just going right.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 3 minutes to go in the first half. All CB West, 28-0. They're trying to make it 34. 3rd down and 2, single setback. And you know who that is, and you know who's got the ball, and you know who's got the first down. Dave Armstrong.
Just hurdled over a couple defenders on that one. He's more concerned about getting the first down. If he got the touchdown, great, obviously, but he was concerned about the first down and hurdled to defenders to get it. Now it's 1st and goal.
Well, they say no. They're saying he did. They gave him a tough spot, and now they're going to say it's 4th and short. I could have sworn for all the world that he had the first down, but he doesn't. So make it 4th and 1. Boy, that's a terrible spot.
I wonder who will get the ball here.
Yeah. But it's not. It's a keeper by Potter. He's going to walk into the end zone. We said it before. All Corey Potter has to do is tuck it in his stomach and take it out, and he'll walk into the end zone, and that he did. Touchdown, Central Bucks West. It's 34-0.
Well, all the night defenders moved in right before that snap, and it was a perfect call. Great call at the time by Mike Penn Sr. and Potter again going in untouched. And everybody, including me, everybody in this place thinking that Dave Armstrong's going to get it.
And why not? I mean, you're going to pile it in, you put it in his stomach. You saw the whole North Penn line converge. Potter, I saw you. He was clear view here. He took it out. As soon as you saw him take it out, you knew that he could waltz into the end zone. Kick by Patterson is perfect. It's 35-0 with 2:13 to go in the first half. We still got another half to play, folks. Unbelievable.
Well, as I mentioned before, here's the replay. You see the fake. Potter running right behind John Wilson and going in virtually untouched. No one got to him until right at the goal line there, but he's being tackled but already in the end zone for yet another touchdown. I mentioned earlier, Bob, every time people think that CB West might lose a game, they're going to be tested. This is the game. The Chamonix last week, even last year, the Central Bucks East game. Central Bucks West could lose this game. Anytime they're in that situation, it seems like they just stepped it up a level and blow a team away. They did it last week from the Chamonix, 41-12, and now it's 35-0. Still have 2 minutes left in the first half.
I think a lesson is being learned here by a young North Penn team, as they're being taught by one of the best. Kickoff by Patterson, high, deep, it'll drive him back. And this time, Hickey Johnson, they'll fight for it now. Oh, and they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're going to let him know. They're going to say that he's down, and he's got the ball at about the 4-yard line, and it goes from bad to worse.
Well, Hickey Johnson and Aaron
Thomas
fighting as to who was going to take that ball, and the end result is no one did, and it's at the 10-yard line.
And you know what? I think it was Aaron Thomas returned that kickoff, too, for the long game. It wasn't Leonard. It was Thomas back there on the last nice kickoff return. But now, North Penn, with 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the half, has the ball on their own 4-yard line. And lots of luck. Pass again. Back to pass, throwing, it's blocked and is almost intercepted, as turning and throwing the ball was blocked, going up high to block it. It was Greg Ward, number 89. He blocked the ball. It stayed perilously up in the air, and for all the world, it looked like CBS is going to get another shot.
Well, it hung up there for a little bit. That's Ward's second deflection at the line. He had the one on the opening drive for North Penn. He's a big 6'4" lineman. Even if he can't leap well, he's going to get some with that height.
So the back's in the eye again. Hickey Johnson, the tailback. Now he'll go off to the side now on the single setback. Switch out again. Bielauer will move to the wing right. No backfield again. Throwing the ball high. It's completed. Oh, and a nice catch over on the left side. It's tough to pick up the numbers. That may be Kenrick Smith. No, that's Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick again. Going high in the air for that one. He knew he was going to take a pop, too.
9 Bob.
It's third down and short.
Yeah, he was supposed to keep going, and he ran it out. He didn't run it down, and the quarterback was throwing it down.
Assistant head coach.
Yeah, so that could have been easily.
Whatever plan he devised this week to stop North Penn, it's obviously working.
So it's third down and very short. And again, that no backfield look as they move out of it. Quick pass, looking pass, completed to Kenrick Smith, and Smith will take it over the 20 to the 24-yard line. So they get out of trouble, and they'll get the first down and then some.
North Penn going in the hurry up, 1:16 left. They have 2 timeouts. They'll probably take a timeout if they have a completion on this pass.
Now the shotgun look, rolling to the left, throwing the ball to the sideline, jumping and trying. Oh, almost intercepted. Oh, almost intercepted. Warden knocked it away, and Titus almost came down with the INT. 1:06 to go in the half. I got to tell you, North Penn would do, I know they want to go, but the North Penn would do well to take a knee and get this half over with, because CBS is just waiting in the wings.
That secondary is playing extremely well in this game.
Very aggressively. Very, very aggressively. And again, out of the shotgun, Pirantozzi. We're going to have a flag. We may have offside. Ball high again. Pirantozzi throwing it high over the middle to Kenrick Smith. Smith could not come down with the ball. But we'll have a penalty, and this may be against, I think the fact they allowed the play to go, I think this is against West. Let's see what they've got. No, they're going to call an illegal shift against North Penn. So In all likelihood, they will take the play rather than the penalty, unless they're calling it before the play started, which they would have blown it dead. So you got
illegal shift on the offense. It's declined. Brings up third down.
Third down.
Right. And what's happening now, Parentosi's really hanging his passes. Because of the deflections, he's now throwing the ball a little higher. He's basically putting it up there more or less right now for the West defenders to get, because he's so worried about pass deflection at the line. He's throwing higher than he should be for the receivers, and the defenders are just right there.
In the shotgun, third down 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. Looking past Hickey Johnson. He's got the first down up the middle of the field. Oh, and he's belted at about the 40-yard line, but a great play by North Penn to move the ball up there. Hickey Johnson with a quick looking pass, and we have an injured player on the field. It looks like it may be Corey Potter. I think he got his bell rung.
Well, he was one of the defenders on that play.
I believe that is Corey Potter, number 22, and that's a tough loss if he's injured. Hopefully, it's just the wind knocked out of him, Matt.
I think that's what it probably is. On a play like that, that's what you normally see, a big hit, and a lot of people around that pile. He might have got his bell rung even as a defender on that play.
But what a nicely devised play. Everybody thought the pass was going to go the distance for a first down. Hickey Johnson delayed off the line of scrimmage. Quick looking pass, great little pop pass. When he caught the ball, you knew he had about 10 yards in front of him because the defense had pulled back. Let's take a look at it again if we can, as they're attending to Corey Potter right now. And we'll take a break. I tell you what, we're not going to take the replay. We're going to take a break, and we will be right back. Don't go away.
This is the best way not to get your license on the first try.
And this is the best way to get video games. Now get Sega Channel. Over 70 hot games a month for your Genesis machine. No lines, no limits, no late fees. Just unlimited play on your TV. Sega Channel, less than $15 a month. Call your cable company now. Sega Channel. The only way to get it is to get it.
And we are back, 1st and 10. Little looking pass, is it intercepted? No, they're calling it incomplete. Well, that's dangerous. You get that little shovel pass, and you had all black jerseys standing there. Ball fell to the ground, but a dangerous play.
The Knights are trying to catch the Bucks and seeing something, showing something that they might not have seen, and Armstrong right in the face of Parentosi, and that play almost was a disaster.
Well, who knows the Bucks defense better than Pettine Jr. and Beck? You know, they know what they do, so they're trying to counteract it. It just isn't working right now.
And of course, Pettine Jr. was the quarterback when he played at West, so he went against this defense and these defensive schemes for...
Beck played on the defense for West as well. Back to pass. Over the middle. A little too long, and he had Hickey Johnson breaking free. I think what's happening right now is we got a little bit of a case of happy feet. He goes back. He's got more time than he thinks he's got. And he's letting the ball go a little bit too soon, a little bit too high. That wasn't high, but that was just too soon. Hickey Johnson, if he waits one beat more, Hickey Johnson's got a huge gainer on that play.
You're right. It is a case of happy feet, and it's because of some of the pressure he's gotten before, the interceptions, the pass deflections. He's being forced into doing some things, but right now, like you mentioned, a perfect pass protection on that play.
3rd down and 10. Now back to pass. Got a man, Fitzpatrick. Ball may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. It just fell short of him. Again, an open receiver. So 4th down and 10. 24 seconds to go. Yeah, I guess you go for it here. I mean, realistically, there's 24 seconds to go. You got to think that a senior gets the ball back. He'll probably knee it down for one, unless it goes for the end zone with one pop.
As you mentioned before, especially the score the way it is, they've got nothing to lose right now.
In the shotgun again, Parentosi. He goes back to pass, he looks, he throws, got a man, Fitzpatrick too long, ball is not intercepted, it's dropped. It'll go over to CB West on downs, and with 17 seconds to go, you got to think that what they'll do is take the knee and just go to the sideline.
Especially if who's on the other sideline. I think that also plays a factor in this too. Mike Pettine senior will knee on the ball here. 35-0 at halftime.
Let's see who's in the quarterback. I think that, well, let's see who the quarterback is here. We have, yeah, number 11 is in Drew Tillman, junior quarterback.
It looked like Potter was okay. He walked off on his own.
He just got the wind knocked out. And then they have the victory formation, so they're just going to take the knee. And they do. And the time will run out in the first half as we're inside 10 seconds to go. The crowd rises, roaring their approval of CB West, who will take lead the field with an astounding 35-0 lead. We've gotten the triple zeros into the first half. Your score, the Bucks of Central Bucks West 35, the North Penn Knights nothing. We'll take a break and wrap up this first half. Don't go away.
Do you have exercise-related foot and ankle injuries? Foot injuries affect the knee and various parts of the body, so why not let the doctors of Buckingham Foot and Ankle Center help you? Dr. Michael Greenberg and Dr. Maurice Levy have over 40 years combined experience participating and treating athletes like you. Buckingham Foot and Ankle provides foot care for people of all ages, from pediatrics to geriatrics, including diabetic, sports medicine, general podiatry, laser surgery, and wound care. Don't suffer another day. Come visit our conveniently located facility. Call 489-5100.
Would you like a better paying job? Professional Career Development Institute can train you at home in just a few months for one of America's 15 top career opportunities. Whether your dream is to be your own boss or to work for an employer, call for free literature on any one of America's top career choices. Train at home for the job you've always wanted and earn this nationally recognized diploma. Take a look at PCDI's exciting career opportunities.
Medical transcription, paralegal, veterinary assistant, computer training, fitness and nutrition, interior decorating, electrician, child daycare, conservation outdoors, travel agent, locksmithing, medical dental office assistant, home inspection, bookkeeping, accounting, or get your high school diploma.
Call for free literature on the career of your choice.
In the U.S. and Canada, call 1-800-494-9732. Get free literature on one of these 15 careers. That's 1-800-494-9732. Earn more money. Call 1-800-494-9732. Call now.
Fabulous North Penn Marching Knights take the field for halftime entertainment here at War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Matt Levy, where the Marching Knights may be number one, but the Knights on the football field are definitely number two tonight. 35-0 at half, and the stats tell it all, Matt Levy.
Well, this will be the highlight for North Penn right now, the performance of the band, because the stats is all Central Bucks West. On the ground, 144 yards, North Penn just 28. Passing for 9 yards for Central Bucks West, 43 for the Knights, 153 to 71. Turnovers, North Penn had the 2. Central Bucks West taking advantage of both turnovers with touchdowns. Individually, Dave Armstrong, 13 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Potter with 22 yards. Warden with the big 50 yards, including that big run for the first touchdown in this game. For North Penn, Hickey Johnson, 5 carries, 15 yards. Parentozzi struggling, just 43 yards in the air and the 2 interceptions. And Potter, 3 completions, 9 yards in the air, all Central Bucks West.
It's been all CB West so far. It opened up early. CB West took the opening kickoff and just drove it down the field with Scott Warden taking it the final 29 yards for the touchdown. Dave Patterson with the extra point good. North Penn couldn't move, punted the ball away after 3 plays. CB West got the ball in North Penn territory and just drove down the field. Dave Armstrong in for 2 yards. Touchdown. Patterson's kick, it was 14-0. Then an interception just before the end of the quarter. They move it downfield smartly. They get it at the 25-yard line, take it right downfield. Scott Warden again with a tough 5-yard run, and it was 21-0 after Patterson's kick. The next offensive play after the kickoff, North Penn fumbles the ball, recovered by CB West, and on the first play, Polina with a great run into the end zone makes it 28-0 at the 14-second mark of the second quarter. They moved along back and forth then, and then Corey Potter, after a drive, took it in from 2 yards on a great fake to Dave Armstrong, carries it in. Patterson perfect the 5th time in a row, makes it 35-0. Mike Pettine Jr., what can you say to your crew? You're getting stomped.
Again, stomped, and basically what you have to do is say, all right, it's a new half. We lost the first half. Let's establish something, at least towards the next game. That's what they have to start thinking about right now at 35-0. I really cannot see them coming back in this game and winning it. But there is a lot of games left on this schedule, and you have to, if you want to start to establish something here in the second half, gain some momentum, get some positive plays in your favor, and take that next week to their next game.
Well, you hate to use this term, but it is true. It's a learning experience. You've got Mike Pettine Jr. It's his first year as coach. He's had some success early with a young crew of kids who really have only had 8 starters come back from a very mediocre team last year. So what's happened is they're playing way over their heads. They're playing well. I mentioned off camera, they let up 25 points to an Abington team who, being very candid with you, is not very good. And what I'm thinking is, you know, if they let up 25 points to an Abington, how many points are they going to let it up to a Dave Armstrong-led CBWest team that's strong? Well, you see it. It's 35-0. And, you know, it's just a matter of how many points Pettine wants to score. Yeah, they could come back. They could come back in the second half. It could be a miracle comeback, and that's exactly what it would be, is a miracle comeback. But that's why they play 48 minutes.
Well, one of the things, too, is what Mike Penn Jr. has North Penn believing right now is that they can go out and win any game. But this isn't just any game. This isn't just any team. Yeah, that will work against the Abingtons, that will work against the Ben Salems. But this is Central Bucks West. And Mike Penn Jr. knows about Central Bucks West because he was a player, he was a coach. He's been to these games ever since he was born. And he knows what a powerhouse this place is. And, of course, you have Dave Armstrong, Corey Potter. And this is the 5th-ranked team in the nation, according to USA Today. And it's one thing to go out and believe that you're going to beat a Ben Salem, but it's another thing to go out and believe and then perform against the Central Bucks West team, and that's what they're running into.
Well, Mike Pettine Jr.'s vision cannot just be this year. He's got to be looking 2 years, 3 years down the road, looking at his sophomores, looking at the freshmen, looking at the 8th graders right now in the program. He's got to be building from that point, building it like his father has done, and what he sees is the year 2000, a team that's going to compete with any team in the state. So,
and again, this atmosphere, West is used to this. They're used to the big game. They're used to the playoffs. They're used to the East-West matchup. They're used to 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people being here in War Memorial Field. I mean, think about what the North Penn players must have been thinking coming out on the field and seeing this type of atmosphere. The television cameras. I mean, this is the media event of the year. And it's got to be scary for North Penn, and Central Bucks West is used to it. They're coming out and dominating this game.
Well, I'll tell you, North Penn may not be playing the greatest game right now, but the band is doing the job. And as we go out, we will watch the North Penn Marching Knights put on a show that has made them one of the premier bands in the country. So we'll take a break as we go out on the North Penn Marching Knights band, and we will come right back for second half action. Don't go away.
Now, eliminate the drudgery of no-win workouts
and cut your workout time in half
with a revolutionary fitness flyer from Guthrie Ranker. Other machines can create painful impact on your knees and joints,
but the fitness flyer has been biomechanically engineered to work with your body's natural movement
for a smooth workout that's virtually zero impact. And when you're done,
the fitness flyer quickly folds down and rolls away
for easy storage in a closet or under a bed. Try the fitness flyer risk-free for a full 30 days
for just 4 easy payments of only $49.95. And these special bonuses are yours just for ordering.
Don't walk.
Don't run.
Don't ride.
Just fly with a revolutionary fitness flyer.
Call now.
Credit card customers call toll-free. Your fitness flyer is backed by a lifetime manufacturer's warranty. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try the fitness flyer in your own home risk-free. Call the toll-free number now.
And we are back for second half action as the CBWS Bucks have taken the field. And North Penn is coming back onto the field after having a tough first half. Bob Friedman along with Matt Levy. Glad you could join us for this SCT football extravaganza from War Memorial Field.
Boy, what great timing, Bob. Just as we're coming back in the air, you get through that crowd of 8,000 here and get right back up here, right on cue.
It was the police escort, I'll tell you. At any rate, it's been all CBWS, as we mentioned. North Penn will take the ball to start the second half, and we'll have to see what happens. Anything can happen. CBWS scored 35 in the first half. It could happen that North Penn could come back in the second half. You never know. You just never know.
You never know, and if you're North Penn, again, I'm sure Mike Pettine Jr. has said this in the locker room, we got to take it one drive at a time, one play at a time, try to get some positive plays, some good momentum going through this game, and either take it the rest of this way and into the next game.
Well, the teams have, it's been anything but an even game. The only thing that's even is the first downs. Both teams, amazingly enough, have 6. And you look at the numbers, you say, well, gee, you would think that CBWS would have more than 145 yards rushing. But they didn't have that long to go on many plays. The longest drive was the first one of the game, and they started that from the 40-yard line. They went 60 yards on that. They've had drives of 42 yards. They've had a drive of 24 yards. They've had a drive of 11 yards and a drive of around 40 yards. They haven't had that long a way to go, and really, they've just pounded their way through. There haven't been any, I guess you might call, spectacular plays, the long runs. The biggest play of the game, longest play of the game, was the interception that Potter almost returned for the touchdown.
And the first touchdown by Warden with about a 32-yard run, an exciting run on that. You know, and then they're really not doing anything too fancy in this game, but they haven't had to. You know, give the ball to Armstrong, have Potter run on the option, have Warden run. You mentioned the field position has been incredible, and that's, well, thanks to 2 turnovers, forcing North Penn to punt deep in their territory, and they haven't had far to go. When you don't have far to go, you're not going to get the big yards, but I think Mike Pettine Sr. rather have the score at 35 instead of having like 300 yards of offense.
Well, Pierantozzi has been about a half beat from completing a number of big passes. He does have the receivers open. Fitzpatrick has been open. Kenrick Smith has been open. He's had players open. He's just thrown a little too high and a little too wide. The short passes he's been exceptional on. The long passes he's had a little trouble. Had a couple tipped off the line of scrimmage, a couple blocked flat out, and then a couple of passes, including the big interception. Kenrick Smith was open. Full extension, went up as high as he could go. He got slammed as he got the ball. Ball tipped off, and there was Potter to return it good distance.
Well, as you mentioned, he had pressure early on, deflections early on, and he's now forcing passes. And he said he had the happy feet, and he's throwing it a second or two before he should. He's throwing it a little high. He's throwing it a little low. He's just off in his game right now, and you can credit the pressure that the Bucs defense has put on him for causing that.
So they are getting things together as they warm it up, get ready to go for the second half. And again, you got to think that North Penn is going to continue to open it up, throw the ball a bit. It's been shown, of course, they've tried those odd formation plays against them, double wing. They've tried a number of plays, right, where they've had the I guess you might call it semi-reverse, the counter plays, and they've worked to some respect. Hiki Johnson had a big gain on one round, and then Lou Mims on the same play again. And you got to wonder, sooner or later, they're going to fake it to him, and you're going to see Pierantozzi take it the other way because it appeared to be open there. But again, it's just a matter of North Penn regrouping. I think if I'm Pettine Jr., I'm standing there at halftime and saying, look, guys, just go out there, except for a couple of turnovers. This is a very close game. You know, we moved the ball against them. We have 6 first downs against them. They only have 6 for themselves in the game. We have moved the ball. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We can't take the penalties. We can't put the ball on the ground. We can't be throwing the interceptions. We've got to play precision football because I've been doing CBWS games for a number of years now. And that's the one word that sticks with you on CB West is precision. Speaking of precision, how about those the Del Val team?
Well, it's been a good start so far there in Aggieville. A 2-1 start, a big win last week, 43-0 over LaSalle. And Coach Glenn Leonard taking over under, obviously, the circumstances that he really didn't want with the death and the passing of Chris Bockrath. But the team's playing some very emotional ball right now. They're going after teams, and Glenn Leonard really has the Aggies playing some good football right now.
We will see those Aggies later on in the season. They have got one young football team. Let's face it, the past couple of years has been tough.
It's been tough, and a player who's very familiar to this field is back this year, back from the injury. He created a lot of havoc on this field, and that's Matt Sonsini.
Oh, the flea.
And,
absolutely.
That first game, 306 all-purpose yards against the second-ranked team in Division III, Albright. And getting him back from that season-ending injury last year is just a great addition, a great comeback for the Aggies. He's the deep threat, and he opens up a lot of things for the offense.
Well, the motion, of course, North Penn will get the ball to open the second half. And a lot of these players do know each other, having Warrington having played in the same division with the Cannoneers and the other junior teams. They're right next door to one another. They play together on teams. They played apart from each other. So the names are familiar here. And it is a neighborhood game, much like CB East and CB West is. If you look at West, of course, East is, on the other side of Doylestown, Buckingham, and when you go to the other side of Doylestown, you've got Lansdale. So you've got neighboring teams both sides. And this is a big neighborhood rivalry, which you've got to think with Mike Pettine Jr. here and growing this team and bringing guys in there who can play, this is going to be a great rivalry for many years to come. This is the first of many, you would think, and you certainly would hope. If you're a North Penn fan and if you're a CB West fan, you're hoping this game becomes a game that it should be. Second half action about to start. The kickoff will be given by Dan Patterson, who's done a lot of this in the first half. This will be his 6th kickoff of the game. First one not after a score. And back deep will be Hickey Johnson, and I believe that is also Aaron Thomas. He approaches the ball, low line drive. It'll get to Thomas at about the 10. He'll break it up to the 20-yard line outside, and he won't get to the 25, get out to about the 24. And that is where North Penn will start the ball, as Tom Parentozzi will bring his team out for the second half.
And again, if you're North Penn, you forget about the score. It's a new half. Just go out there, make your plays, get some first downs, move the ball, take what Central Bucks West gives you.
And of course, it's North Penn trying to get out there and just, as you say, move that ball down. Now, coming wide to the right is Fitzpatrick. And rolling to the right, he'll pitch it back, and getting the ball is Hickey Johnson. He's got 5, he's got 10, he's got 15 yards, and almost broke it through. Nice blocking off the right side of the line. The deep pitch to Hickey Johnson. He knew what to do with it, and a great play. First down, North Penn.
I believe it was Chris McKelvey out there, the tight end. Mike Mays out there with a nice block to give Hickey Johnson plenty of room to get. I think it's probably the biggest run of the night for the Knights.
Easily. First down. Ball moves out to about the 38-yard line. 14-yard run on that play. Rolling to the left this time. Pitches it to Johnson. He'll get 5. He'll get 7. He'll get 9. And almost another first down. Johnson showing great speed and power when he got hit. He would not let the first tackler bring him down.
And also another nice block by one of his fellow running backs, Nate Vielhauer, on the outside. He got the good block from the tight end Mays on the play before. There, Johnson got the block from Vielhauer. And as you mentioned, when Johnson was first hit, he did not go down, picked up an extra 4 yards on the carry. The one thing that the Knights did, they got a couple of plays in that first half, but they haven't been able to put them together. Well, now you have back-to-back big plays for North Penn.
Second and short. Single setback. He actually, now pass. Hickey Johnson looking. He throws it. He's got a man. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be picked off as it was thrown short, a ball that probably never should have been thrown. And Dave Edwards picks it off.
Well, it's simple. The play wasn't there. Fitzpatrick was double covered. The idea of the play was fine, but the coverage was there, and Hickey Johnson should have read that and then tried to maybe run and try to get the first down. He should not have thrown that ball, Bob.
So North Penn, after a good start to a drive, has the turnover, the third turnover of the game, and CBWS will take over at their own 29-yard line.
Every time you start to think the Knights are putting something together, they hurt themselves, whether it's a penalty or a turnover.
Drew Tillman is still in the game at quarterback. So we don't know if that's because of the injury, or we'll see what happens. The handoff goes to Dave Armstrong. Actually, a pitch. He's got 8, he's got 9 yards. Tillman in quarterback. Let's look on the side and see if we see Corey Potter, number 22, anywhere. He went down with an injury in the first half, and we don't know. Yeah, we see him with his helmet off on the sideline. It may be just because of the score, and they don't want to risk any further injury to a solid quarterback.
No need to take any chances in this game. Comfortably ahead 35-0. And this also gives Drew Tillman a chance to see some playing time here.
Tillman, junior, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
He's still going against the first-team defense of North Penn.
Absolutely. Pitch goes back to Warden. Warden's got the first down as he breaks it out over the 40-yard line to about the 41, and 1st and 10 for CBWS. And of course, you got to think that Tillman is the heir apparent. Potter backed up Travis Lundgren the past couple of years. Lundgren, of course, going to Penn State, and he is redshirted this year. Josh Mitchell, though, for CB East, is getting playing time.
And Wallace from North Penn.
And Wallace also. Wallace is a sophomore, but a true freshman, Josh Mitchell, is actually getting playing time toward the end of games, but he is a starting lineman of the future. Wallace, of course, a tight end now. Now motion, Polina. Pitch goes to Scott Warden off the right side, cuts it back inside. Didn't look like he could get much, got about 3 out of it, and they were 3 tough yards, Matt.
Well, they always talk about Barry Sanders gets the hardest 3 yards in the National Football League. Well, that was a run very similar with Warden, cutting back, trying to get as much as he could. And he wound up getting 3 yards on that play when he could have easily been stopped for no gain.
2nd and 7, ball just resting shy of the 45-yard line, called on the 44. 8:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's been all CBWS so far as they lead 35-0 over North Penn. Now the backs are split. Warden and Dave Armstrong. And man in motion is Polina. Handoff goes to Armstrong. He'll get about 3 more, make a 3rd and about 4 as he gets it up to the 47-yard line, 48. Just smash mouth football in the last couple plays, right up the middle.
You know Dave Armstrong's got to love that. But of course, Armstrong's the first to recognize that offensive line. And the job that they're doing up there in the trenches. You have Joe Wilson, Ben Carver, Matt Velitis, John Wilson, Adam Dumard, just doing a tremendous job all season, in particular this game. They're really moving North Penn off the ball.
3rd and 3, and let's see what we got. Boy, that play didn't happen. They did a first touch. I thought it was a penalty, but what happened was they just first touch and they snapped the ball, and North Penn was in a middle blitz, and they nailed him for a loss. So it's 4th down. So CB West is unable to move the ball after getting a first down. They will give the ball up, and you got to say that's a big point for North Penn. They have held the Bucks here.
And also a case of inexperience for Tillman.
Yeah. Back to punt.
If you're North Penn, you're looking for any positives, and again, a positive is you stopped them. Stop them on that drive. And you should get decent field position here.
Punts the ball away. It's an end over end. It's a short one coming up and signaling the fair catch, and dropping the ball is Leonard, and let's see who's got it. Well, they're signaling the CB West. No, it's North Penn's ball. North Penn's ball.
Well, that punt was floating. It was twisting and turning and bounced right off the jersey, but I believe that I think it was Thomas. Thomas was the one who recovered his own fumble.
Yeah, I think that may have been Martin Leonard actually on that play. As you went up for the fair catch, you kind of, on an end over end, you almost want to see that thing bounce. It'll usually take a backwards bounce. But he came up, you want to make sure they got good field position, and they do at the 30-yard line. North Penn sets it up again. Throwing the ball, it's blocked, and is it intercepted? It's intercepted by CB West. And no, they're going to call it incomplete. They're going to say he didn't come down with the ball. Ball was up in the air, and it was just a jump ball, and almost picking up the ball was Greg Ward, the defensive end.
Actually, Ward's the one who tipped it.
Oh, tipped it, I'm sorry.
For that's his 3rd deflection at the line. He has just been in the backfield and just You know, he's doing what a defensive lineman should do. If you're not going to get to the
6'4".
quarterback, put your arms up, and at 6'4", he puts his arms up. That's almost 7 feet.
Well, that play, they might as well, they really should tuck away because it's been blocked 3 times out of the 4 or 5 they've thrown it. Single setback. It's Bielauer. Pierantozzi off a long count, trying to draw CB West off, doesn't do it. Quick looking pass, got Hickey Johnson. Hickey Johnson breaks it for the first down over the 35 to 34, and against the lesser team, that's a touchdown.
Right, and in that case, it was a play almost similar to the one that was deflected, but in that case, Pierantozzi's throwing down, or he's throwing across to the receiver Johnson. He's not trying to go over the end down the sideline to the receiver, and you're not going to get deflection on that play because the defender's putting his arms up while the pass is going underneath there, and a nice running catch by Johnson, and they're in hurry up again.
1st and 10, no huddle again. Lou Mims wing to the left side. Bielauer the straight setback. Tight formation. Rolling to the left is Pierantozzi. He's got 5. He's got 7 yards, and they're getting some nice yardage here, Matt. They look much stronger opening this second half.
Well, I think the nerves are gone, and then at the halftime break, Mike Pettine Jr. probably said to him, okay, we played a half of football. It's not the half we wanted to play. Let's go out there, have some fun, and make some plays.
Absolutely. Make it a gain of about 6 on the play, actually. Make it 2nd and 4 as they move the ball into Bucks territory to the 47-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-0 was their halftime score. The Bucks still lead by that score. Now Hickey Johnson, the setback. Bielauer wing to the left side. On 2nd and 4, long count by Pierantozzi. Now moving to the side. Pitching back to Hickey Johnson. Breaks it inside, and a nice tackle by Warden, who defeated his block. Bielauer had him. He got her on the block. If he doesn't stop Johnson, it's a loss there. But if he doesn't stop him, that's a big gainer.
And that's all Warden on that play, as you mentioned, going through his blocker, and Bielauer gets by him and then wraps up Johnson nicely to stop what could have been a big play.
So 3rd down, and make it now about 5 to go as a loss of 1 on the play, and it'll be a passing situation potentially. Going wide left is Fitzpatrick. Kenrick Smith wide to the right. Single setback is Bielauer. In the slot is Hickey Johnson. Thrown almost blocked, but it's caught. And I think they're going to have the first down. Let's see who caught that ball. As we have a man down on the field for North Penn.
Jason Payne.
Jason Payne caught the ball. We have an injured North Penn Knight. We'll have to see who it is. That's going to be a first down. You can see that straight across here. But the more important concern is the injury to the North Penn player whose number we have not gotten yet. I'm wondering if it's Dave Koslow.
Koslow's in the huddle.
No, then he's all right. I was looking for numbers, and I didn't see who it was. We have a moment, a reminder, the VHS copies of this and all other Suburban Community Television and sporting events are available by calling SCT at 215-345-5154, Monday through Friday during business hours. That's from 9 to 5. Ooh, hello. That would be me.
That would be me.
And you. Laurel and Hardy. At any rate, they're attending to the player. We still are not sure who the player is. One thing about the North Penn road jerseys, they're very hard to read because the cardinal color and at night, the light color, you really can't tell, especially after they get dirty a little bit. Now they're helping him up. That's number 67, and that's Jeff Michaels. Jeff Michaels had a big game, too. Played very well. Looks like he got his bell rung. He should return. So the situation is this. They're saying 4th and 1. I'm looking at it. Am I missing something here?
From here it sure
Boy,
looks
if
like
I'm
it's
North
first
Penn,
down.
I got to call for a measurement here, and they're going to measure. I think they got the first down. And this ball is right in front of us unless the chains are not completely pulled. I think he's got the first down by a bit. And
You're
he does.
correct.
Well, that wasn't a hard call. As we're standing directly across from where the ball is, looking right at the chain, and the ball was a full 3/4 of a length in front of the chain. You could see it looking straight ahead. So a first down for North Penn. They're 3rd of the quarter.
They're moving the ball very nicely right now on
Actually,
offense.
the 4th of the quarter. I think it's their 2nd first down on this drive. They're moving it extremely well, effectively. Now Pierantozzi goes into the shotgun. As the ball's at the 44-yard line, takes the snap, rolls, he hits Hickey Johnson. Johnson breaks it over the 30 to the 25-yard line, and he's playing inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Hickey Johnson with a great run after the pass. And another North Penn Knight is down injured on the field.
Johnson with great hands, catching that in stride out of the backfield. Couple of jukes and moves and gets even more yards. And this is the deepest penetration that the Knight offense has had on the Bucs defense all night.
So the ball down to the 18-yard line, make it after a big pass and run by Hickey Johnson. Johnson took the ball about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage and did a lot of it by himself. Big run by Hickey Johnson.
And the key early on, too, is that Parentozzi hit him in stride, not behind, or just in stride, so that Johnson can get going downfield and then make his moves for the big play.
Handoff goes to Johnson. He breaks it. He won't get much. He'll get about a yard or two.
Johnson has had success tonight against the Bucs when he's been able to get to the outside and have room to maneuver. But a play like that, it got all bunched up down that left sideline. He really could not get anything there. But when he's had room and he's had field in front of him, Johnson's been able to make things happen. He's a good back. He was originally going to be the backup, I believe, to Mims.
Yeah.
Mims was the starter in that first game against Truman. And Johnson, that big game, 184 yards against Ben Salem, he's taken over that role as the starter back there.
Backs are split on 2nd and 9. Handoff goes underneath and not getting a whole lot of yardage again. Was that Mims on the carry? No, Vielauer got it, 22. He'll only get a yard, so now it's starting to sputter. This is where the Bucs will test you. They've let him get inside the 20-yard line. Now they've run 2 running plays because you don't have as much territory to run to as you did before. With a short field, the Bucs can lay up or move up a little bit. They don't have to play quite as soft.
It's more of a power game inside the 20, and that's what the Bucs love.
No one in the backfield. Back to pass, looking pass, got his man. He'll be short of the first down. I believe that's Kenrick Smith with the catch. It might be Fitzpatrick. No, it's Kenrick Smith on the catch. We'll make it 4th down and about a yard. I know Kenrick very well. He's been dating one of the premier goalkeepers in MSA Club Soccer, Tracy Servey, who I ran into at halftime. She kind of had a down expression, said, "Don't talk about the game." I said, "I've got to. I've got another half to broadcast."
Don't talk about the game when you're an announcer.
Tracy will be in the opposing net tomorrow as my team takes her team on, and believe me, I'm not looking forward to that. She's a great keeper and a great kid too. 3rd down, 4th and 1. He got the first down inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. Quick hitter on 4th and 1. They get the first down and almost take it in.
I believe it was Vielauer on the carry.
Boy, I'll tell you, Vielauer's played a tough game. He's been injured a couple of times. Still comes back in North Penn. They place the ball on the 2. It'll be 1st and goal. Minute 30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-0, but the Knights looking to put points on the board.
This is where Vielauer has excelled. He has 6 touchdowns on the year, 4 on the ground, 2 in the air. He's been the one to get in the end zone. You'll probably see him get the call here again.
Tight formation. Everybody in tight. 1st and goal. Man in motion. Rolling, no handoff underneath to Vielauer, and he won't get much. He'll get maybe a yard out of it, but he only needs 2. Vielauer underneath. And you kind of wonder if he did the same thing that Potter did, if Parentozzi would not waltz into the end zone too, because they're all descending on Vielauer. They know he's their go-to guy inside the 5. Inside of a minute to go in the first half, down to 40 seconds. 2nd and goal. They actually didn't get a whole lot there. They got maybe about a foot, but they're inside the 2 now. And it goes to Vielauer. He's pushing. No signal yet. He's not in yet, and I think they're going to end the 3rd quarter on this as we're inside 20 seconds, so they're going to take the long walk unless they can get something off in the next 15 seconds. Matt, I don't think they will. So it'll be a scoreless 3rd quarter as we're inside 10 seconds now. They're going to hold it. They're going to talk a little bit. they won't get another playoff. So we have completed 3 quarters of play. No scoring in that third quarter. It remains Central Bucks West 35, North Penn nothing. But when we come back, it will be 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line for North Penn. Don't go away. We will be back with all 4th quarter action.
Jewelry is a gift from the heart. And for years, Gem Jewelers' professional staff has been at the heart of the matter with quality engagement rings, wedding bands, and diamond anniversary rings. Inside our beautiful showroom, you'll find the largest selection and the best values to make your special day or any occasion a treasure you'll remember forever. Plus, Gem Jewelers' gemologist is always on hand to ensure the quality of your diamonds and gemstones. Gem Jewelers, the heart of jewelry, on Route 611 at Bristol Road, Warrington.
We are back for 4th quarter action from War Memorial Field in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, where the Bucks of CB West lead the Knights of North Penn in the Battle of the Pettines, 35-0. Bob Friedman along with Matt Levy, although Matt, the 3rd quarter, you'd have to say belonged to the Knights. They didn't score. There was no scoring, but North Penn moved the ball very well enough to the fact that they are 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line.
If they wanted to, they could have rushed on that final 20 seconds and try to get another play, but this is a very big play for North Penn, just to get some points on the board in this game. So they just figured they'd let the clock run out and talk about this and set up for this big 3rd down.
Single setback behind Pierantozzi. Handoff goes, and I don't know they're going to signal anything yet. They don't say that he's broken the plane, so it'll be 4th and goal, and I mean that nose of the football has got to be right on the goal line, and you wonder why Pierantozzi might not carry it himself.
No, he should on this one. Because you're right, it's so close.
That's a great shot. You see the nose of the ball, and the officials are going to they have a little timeout to untangle. There's an injured Buck player underneath the pile. In fact, there's a couple of them.
Actually, I believe it's North Penn.
Is it a North Penn player? It is a North Penn player. I beg your pardon. In the shadow, it looked like a black shirt, but that could be Vielauer. Is Vielauer in the huddle? I know he was injured earlier, and he's been limping around. Let me see if he's in the huddle. I don't see him.
He's in the huddle.
Is he? Okay. We'll find out who this is momentarily.
Well, there's a good shot of how close that ball is to the goal line.
Well, we have a moment, a reminder that the world of guitar takes you on a journey into the world of the most fascinating musical instrument. Hear the renowned guitarists in performance and interviews on Fridays on Channel 9 at 9:30 p.m. And now open, the Athlete's Foot. That's on 2106 South Eagle Road in Newtown. Athletic footwear for the athlete plus the entire family. Sneak in and check it out. Exploring environmental issues in the state is the theme of another new show to SCT this fall. Greenworks for Pennsylvania airs Fridays at 8:30 p.m. right here on SCT 9. We have the injured player, and I think that is Vielauer. I'm not sure. I see it too. No, it's not. It's one of the linemen. I'm sorry about that. It's, I believe that may be
Jeff Bloom.
Jeff Bloom. I think it is Jeff Bloom, their center.
Oh, here we go.
So here you go. Now, this is tough because you got a backup center in there too, and that's a tough situation. Taking first snaps from a center this close to the goal line. You've got the nose of the ball on the end zone. Everybody's going to be in tight. The CB West fans are up on their feet. The North Penn fans are up on their feet. You'd think it was a nothing game. Under center is Tom Pierantozzi. 4th and goal at the 1-inch line. Long count. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Touchdown! Touchdown, North Penn. And the schneid is broken as North Penn finally gets the ball into the end zone. And it'll make it 35-6. And who was that on the carry? Is that Vielauer?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was Nate Vielauer on the carry. Touchdown, North Penn. And it'll make it 35-6 with 11:24 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, that gives the other sideline something to cheer about in this game. As we mentioned, you're looking for some positives in the second half. Well, that's a big positive for the Knights. They get on the scoreboard.
Pierantozzi is the kicker, so he will attempt the extra point. Or will they go for 2? Yeah, I think they're going to go for 2 here. They need points and they need it in a hurry, so the backs are split behind Pierantozzi. He throws the fade pattern, will never get to the ball. Not a well-timed pass, a good call, but not a well-timed pass, thrown a little wide. Falls incomplete, so it remains 35-6 with 11:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
And that was a great drive by North Penn.
It's the longest drive of the game for either team. They started in their own territory, moved the ball up smartly. Hickey Johnson with some great runs and some solid play. They took the ball down the field. And again, CBWest's first team was still in the game. Don't think that they had the reserves in there. That was their first team they did it against. So North Penn's got to feel good about that. They trail 35-6, but they're leading the second half.
Well, they wish they could start the game from the second half on. So got a whole new ball game here, but as I've mentioned a couple of times, you're looking for positives, and that's a big one right there because there's still a lot of this season left.
Now Pettin Senior's got to be saying to his troops, look guys, they got their points. That's it. Now we control the ball. We've got 3 and out. We got a first down, then went 3 and out after that. Had the ball for only 5 plays in the first half, in the second half so far. We need to move the ball. Our defense has been on the field a long time too.
Well, he doesn't want them to just be satisfied and be happy with what they did in the first half. They want to come out here and play some solid ball in the second half.
It'll be interesting to see if Pierantozzi tried an onside kick.
No.
Hey, Abington did it against CBWest. They almost got themselves back in the game.
I was just going to say that. Well, they held the ball for about 17 consecutive minutes.
Yeah, I said North Penn let up 25 points to it. Less than the Abington team. So did CBWest. It is going to be an onside look. And Pierantozzi will try and kick the point of it and try and get it to get a high bounce. Waiting for it, they got the whistle and they'll approach it. And it's a low kick, and it's bouncing, it's gonna go to North Penn, and they're gonna get the ball back. Or are they? Yeah, they're gonna get the ball back. Right where they kicked off, too. It hit a helmet, went straight back. It looked like for a moment that Wes Heinel had jumped on the ball, but it wasn't. It was finally picked off.
Well, Bob, North Penn put 2 kickers out there. They had Pierantozzi and they had Wes Heinel out there. Pierantozzi normally does the kickoffs. What they did was Heinel kicked it straight, not where all the players were lined up. And they were hoping to get what happened, a bounce off a helmet or a shoulder pad as Pierantozzi went to get that. They really went back, but North Penn was able to jump on it, and they have the ball here.
So they're back on the field again, ball on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10, 11:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, and a fumbled snap, and again the new center, and that's what happens. It's CBWest's ball. You got a new center in there. Remember, if you recall, Jeff Bloom was injured. He is their center, and he was unable to return, so they put a new center in there, and the timing wasn't there. He came away without the ball, and there were only black jerseys to jump on it. So CBWest will take over the ball at the 39-yard line of North Penn.
Bobby Bowser, the sophomore, with that recovery. And you're right, it was the case of really a new snapper because of the injury to Bloom. They were successful on the exchange at the 1-yard line, but they weren't successful there.
Drew Tillman still in at quarterback. Polina in motion. Pitch goes to Scott Warden. Tries to break it outside, and it cuts back in, gets some nice yardage, but we're going to have some kind of a hold or a clip here. It's from the back judge, so you wonder if it might not be a hold. And it is. That's our first holding call, our first major penalty of the game.
And basically all the penalties have been shifts. Legal shifting, offsides.
Yeah. But when that comes from the back judge, usually you can be pretty sure that it's going to be a hold or a clip. And it is, and it'll move the ball back up beyond the 45 to the 46. So it's from the point of the foul, so you make it first and about 17.
Boy, what is it with the Bucks this year and those onside kick attempts?
I don't know, but, you know, again, that was a real smart onside. He got the bounce he wanted. It hit high, and it got him right on the helmet. And handoff goes and getting a little bit of yardage on the play of Scott Warden. One of the smartest plays I ever saw on an onside kick. A couple of years ago was actually in a junior game, a midget football game. Kicker kicked it. It took that high bounce, and the receiver, it was going to go right at his head. He actually hit it over his head, straight back. Everybody's diving for the ball. All there was his own team behind him. They just jumped on the ball.
Maybe the Bucks ought to use that.
Oh, a bad handoff, but a good gain, and we're going to have a flag again, and I think we're going to have a clip on this play. This came from the side, Judge, and I'm thinking we got a clip here.
It's a clip or a hold, and it's definitely going back.
It's a hold. So CB West is doing it all wrong this half.
And you know that they will hear about it.
Absolutely. As I say, they have the starting lineup in there, and they're just, let's take a look. And you see, watch, as he comes out, boy, I'll tell you, Wilson comes in and almost kills him. Now coming over here, somewhere in here is the hold. And Pettine is not going to like that. Pettine Sr. is not going to like that at all, because his team's got a 35-0 and now 35-6 lead, and they've lost the intensity. And they lost the intensity, and I'll tell you, as fast as CB West scores, if something were to happen and North Penn puts a couple of quick points on the board, you'd think they learned their lesson against Abington. Now let's see if they can get it together here, as now they have second down and a lot. 10, 20, about 25 yards. And Tillman doesn't like what he sees, so he will take a timeout.
Well, you're so right, Bob, about you bringing up that Abington game, and I'm sure that game was probably mentioned in the halftime talk by the Bucks coaching staff, because they got complacent in that game and then had to hold on for dear life against an Abington team that just, with those onside kicks and controlling the ball in the second half, and everybody thought the game was over, and Abington made a game of it.
Well, the one thing they have yet to prove, I mean, and we'll talk about it, what they have yet to prove. Let's take a quick break, and we will come right back.
Looking for the perfect pre-owned car? Come to John Altamari Auto. With over 125 quality pre-owned cars in stock, you're sure to find the car you want at the price you want. Choose from luxury cars, vans, sports cars, imports, and four-wheel drives. Every car is warranted for 1 year with current inspection, plus Altamari has a service center on the premises. Bad credit or no credit, Altamari gives you instant approval with as little as $500 down. So, visit our friendly sales staff to help you get the car you want. John Altamari Auto, located on East Lincoln Highway, 100 yards from Reedman's.
And we are back at War Memorial Field with 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter. CB West with a 35-6 lead over North Penn. Bob Friedman along with Matt Levy. Play was back in, and Tillman threw the left-handed pass to try to receive to his receiver. It was incomplete. It'll be third down and about 25, and I did not realize because he hadn't thrown the ball yet, but Drew Tillman is a southpaw. Or at least throws with his left hand. He may throw with his right too, for all we know. Back to pass again. Good time. Throws it high. He's got a man, but it's going to be way too far for Titus. Now Titus last minute got tripped and looked like he might have. He's holding his arm. He looks like he hurt his arm on the play. But CB West will have to punt, and I'm sure when they sit down and they look at the films this week, Coach Pettine's going to call this series above anything else and say, guys, this is what you cannot have. If you're going to get into the playoffs, if you're going to go deep into the playoffs, you can't shoot yourself in the foot with two holding calls. Yeah, you have the 35-0 lead, but you got to keep the intensity.
Well, they've got the big lead, but the coaching staff will remember this second half, and that's the films they will see. They won't see that first half probably. They'll see that second half first.
Punting the ball away. Mims drops the ball, and he'll have to dive on it as Dan Jarrett punted the ball away. Now they were trying to get roughing the kicker, but they said that he was blocked into him. Then Mims had trouble handling the ball, So North Penn will take the ball at about the 16-yard line. But you know what, as I say, if you're North Penn, you look at it and you say, look, you got little victories here. Yeah, you came in undefeated. It was kind of a bloated record, if you will. They hadn't really beaten anybody seriously. And what's happened now is they've come in, yeah, they got their heads handed to them the first half. But the second half, that was not the second team, that was not the third team of CB West. That was the first team defense in there, and they held their own. In fact, they, if you might, they dominated a little bit.
All right, and up to this point, Armstrong's still in the backfield. He's still on the defensive line. So you're right, they're seeing, except for Potter not being in there, they're seeing the first team offense and defense, and they're getting some moral victories right now. And again, momentum to go into the next game.
Well, it's the maturation of a team. Now, I have Hickey Johnson down as a senior, but I am certain that Hickey is a sophomore and not a senior. And you've got some young players here that are coming up who are going to make an impression with this team. You have Martin Leonard, who's a junior. You've got Dave Costello, who's a junior. You've got some solid people all the way through there. You see this roster I'm looking at, you see a lot of 10s in there when they say grade. As I mentioned, 90 kids went out for football, and most of them were sophomores. They got a big freshman class coming in next year into the school, and they will be heard from as well. So Coach Pettine Jr. is building this team from the bottom up, and I think you're going to see this team get better and better every year, as well they should be. They have too long been a middle-of-the-road team for the size of the school that they have. Play back on, and we're going to have a flag, and I think we're going to move it on the line. It'll cost North Penn 5.
And what you're seeing right now is you're seeing the character of North Penn. And Mike Pettine Jr. has to be happy about the character that he's seeing, because they can easily have their heads down this half and have what happened in the first half happen again to them in the second half. But they're coming out here with pride and showing a lot of character of playing their game and coming out here, and really they are winning the second half right now.
Now you see there are a few new jerseys in for CB West, as they have some of the reserves. And although you still see Scott Warden in there, you still see Dave Titus there. Pirantozzi. The handoff goes, and carrying it for about 5 or 6 yards. I believe that's Vielauer. Is that Vielauer again? Yeah. Nate Vielauer, I'll tell you, he had a tough job last year. He's a blocking back, and that's really what he did primarily, because they had a great running back.
Harold Padgett.
Yeah, Harold Padgett, and he did nothing more than, and he was an undersized blocking back. North Penn the last few years has been very fortunate with their blocking backs. They had Brian Questad before, Nate Vielauer now, both undersized but big hearts, and now into the shotgun formation. That was a 1st and 10, as a matter of fact. Rolling to the right, the look-in pass, and this time Johnson couldn't hold the ball, as I think he may have heard footsteps on that one.
Well, the Bucks had that one read nicely. They knew what was coming there, and that play was successful for Johnson and North Penn in the third quarter on that scoring drive, but the Bucks had that well read.
You know, one of these days you're going to see Pirantozzi or whatever quarterback do that, pump the ball, bring it back down, and see one of the wide receivers go deep, because what happens is everybody's looking in for Hickey Johnson. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion, 8:47 to go in the fourth quarter. High snap taken by Pirantozzi. He goes deep over the middle, got a man, oh, just wide. Had a man open, breaking down the middle. That was number 40, Jason Payne, his tight end, and I'm telling you, he threw a frozen rope, but Payne was just a half step away, did all he could, but couldn't come down with it.
Well, as you mentioned in the first half, the receivers have been open in this game, and Pirantozzi's just missing them. They're just a couple inches away from some big plays in this game. And that was another one of them. As you mentioned, Payne wide open, a good throw, but just a little too much. Right. And Payne couldn't get to it.
If you can hit him in stride, it's a touchdown. You're broken past the coverage. 3rd down and 10. Now we have a trips right. Almost a Hail Mary pattern. Rolling to the right. Beyond containment. Throws low, and I think that's going to be a bounce. Are they going to call it a completion? No. I didn't think that ball bounced to him, and so they're going to call it an incompletion. Begging for the catch is Payne, but he won't get it, and it's a 4th down. The ball was in front of it. It did appear that it bounced into him. So it'll be 4th down, and North Penn should not be punting here. You got to think that they're going to throw for it here. They're out on, they're only on the 27-yard line, but nothing to lose here.
And a good job by the officials. The one had who wasn't sure whether or not that was a completion or not. He saw nothing but the back of Penn, but another official who saw the ball bounce came in and waved his arms incomplete. A good job by the officials to get that play right.
4th down again, the trip's right, rolling to the right. Being chased. He'll never get away. They're going to bring him down. He throws the ball away, and it's 4th down, and they'll turn the ball over. So at least he didn't get the loss. He threw it away, but on the incompletion, North Penn will give up the ball on downs. CB West will get the ball in great field position with 8:25 to go in this 4th quarter, and the defense tightened up.
And I think we've probably seen the last of Dave Armstrong tonight, and probably some of the starters now.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of fresh faces here. See if they, as the assistant head coach Mike Carey calling his crew over.
You see a lot of guys just running from the sidelines over to the huddle. That's an indication right there, because all of a sudden names are being called out that they're in the game for the first time.
See, we still have Tillman in the game. Sean Michael Janssen is in the game. He's going to be a split end. And Matt Carey's in the game.
It's a familiar name.
Yeah. And let's see what we have. We may have movement on either too much time, possibly. Looking, Titus is in the backfield now, as is Joel Starsman, and it's an illegal procedure. So the line, they're a little bit hopped up. They want to get in, they want to get going, so they cost them 5 yards, but they don't really need that 5. They're up by 35-6 with 8 1/4 left to go in the 4th period. And Carey checks out. And Darren Fonash, who is also serves as their punter, checks in.
Good chance for a lot of second stringers to see some time. With about 8 minutes
No,
they're going to see.
Fonash is not the punter, I beg your pardon. It's Dan Jarrett, of course. Handoff goes to Scott Warden. Warden breaks tackles, almost gets it all back. Gets down to the 21-yard line, so call it a 12-yard gain on a tough carry by Scott Warden, and it'll be 2nd down and about 4. He'd say his progress is down at the 22.
Warden's had a tremendous game. It's all started with that first drive and that big touchdown run. Got that's the 2nd touchdown on a tough run, tough 5-yard run. Just looked strong all night. Good mix of speed and power.
2nd down, make it about 5 now. Power I formation. Pitch goes, and we're going to have I think we're going to have motion again. I think this play's blown dead because of the motion. Again, the line trying to get things going, and they're moving just a little bit too quickly, and it'll cost them 5, so it'll be 2nd down and about 9 or 10 now.
Well, they're a little anxious. It's a chance for them to show what they can do, especially got the big crowd here. A lot of them have left to see a lot of open spaces on the other side now, on the North Penn sideline. Just a little quick to get off the ball and try to make something happen. And just have to settle down and play their game.
Again, the power I. Starsman is the tailback. Pitch goes to Starsman, almost lost it, and that turn is going to cost him. He won't get out of or if he gets out, he'll get just barely out of the backfield. Short gain. So we'll make it 3rd and about 6. I doubt seriously that you'll see Tillman put the ball in the air at this point.
Well, if you're the Bucks right now, it's just another step towards the playoffs. They'll now be 6-0, and they will be alone in 1st place in the Suburban 1 National.
That is correct. And on 3rd down, a short yardage play will make it 4th down. Patterson, no, they wouldn't think they would do that. So let's say give Patterson a shot at a field goal at 35-6. There's no need.
This will be Mike Pettine Sr.'s 287th career win, and his 1st against his son. And it ought to be an interesting talk when the two meet at midfield after this game.
Now, looking at their schedule, of course, they play next Thursday at Ben Salem. Excuse me, they were home from Ben Salem. As on 4th down, the ball will be turned over on downs, and North Penn will take over. I don't believe he got the 1st down. Starsman. But looking at CBW's schedule, They've got Ben Salem at home next week, and then they've got Truman at home on the 17th. And then the game at Council Rock. And Council Rock's had a down year, but tell you what, when you've got an Alex Wade, he can be dangerous anytime. Of course, that all leads up to the November 1st date. And I'll be there. And Tommy White, who's standing to my left, will also be there for the CB West, CB East extravaganza. He's starting to play some good football, too.
Yes, they are.
And then Bridge would break out.
1st and 10. Under 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Pierantozzi with a high pass intended for Smith, and he couldn't get to Smith. Smith's a big man, but that ball was thrown way up high. Pierantozzi's had flashes, but he's just, it's just, the pressure has just been too strong. I mean, he's just been letting the ball go before he wants to. And if you asked me, he would tell you, I just had a tough night tonight.
You know, it's been a tough night all around for the offense, and of course you fall behind that quick, you're forced to throw the ball a little bit more than you probably wanted to coming into this game. Of course, the Knights probably wanted to establish the running game and try to keep that high-powered offense off the field.
Single setback, back to pass, quick look in, actually almost a lateral pass to Hickey Johnson. He'll get about 5 out of it. Moves up to the 25-yard line, make it 3rd and 5.
Of course, you mentioned the CB West, CB East matchup in the program. It's listed as an away game for Central Bucks West, but of course, as we know, it's played right here.
Across the field.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game. You're going to see a great running back in Brian Scott. We've seen him a couple times already this year. Very solid. They had a slow start, but they've been building and building. And again, I'm sure the coach Larry Green will have the Patriots ready for that game.
Yes, Pettine will have the Bucks ready.
Absolutely. 3rd and 5, back to pass. Pierantozzi rolls to the right. He throws for it. Got a man. Oh, and that was a well-thrown ball. That was a well-thrown ball, and it just went through the hands, I believe, of Fitzpatrick. So that'll make it 4th and 5. And again, you got to think North Penn will go for it with 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
Fitzpatrick jumped for that ball when he really shouldn't have. It was right there. He could have stayed on his feet and make the catch, but instead he jumped for the ball, and the end result was an incomplete pass. And you're right, they went for it on 4th down in the last possession. They'll go for it on 4th down again here.
Evan Fitzpatrick, another junior who will return next year. Of course, next year they'll get the Bucks over at Jim Crawford Stadium. Crawford, of course, the legendary coach of North Penn, who passed away earlier this year. And the pitch goes back to Hickey Johnson. He's close to the 1st down. I think he's got it. It depends on the spot, but I think he may have the 1st down.
That last effort might have given it to him, and it did.
And it did.
Looked like he was going to be stopped, but a nice second effort.
They used to call it where the knee touched. Now they call it where the ball goes down. So the knee was behind the 1st down marker, but the ball was over it. And it gives them a 1st down with 4:45 to go in the 4th quarter, 35-6. CB West leads North Penn, but the Knights have played a nice second half.
And that's what they have to take out of this game. Forget the 1st half. You showed great character in the 2nd half, and really, you're right, they've won the 2nd half. It won't be enough to win the game, though.
Fumbled snap. Pierantozzi carries, he'll get a yard. He's fortunate to do that. And again, the new center, I believe the center is still in there. I don't think that Bloom has come back. And it's just a matter, you've been taking snaps all year from one guy, and suddenly you have another guy. That's a big difference there. But Pierantozzi did a nice job, found an opening, actually, except for one tackle there. Had a chance to get some decent yardage off the busted play.
Of course, we see some people leaving now on both sides. This game well in hand, 3:50 left. And believe me, the parking here was not fun. And some people trying to get out of here and beat the traffic.
2nd down and 9. Off the shotgun, they'll throw the center screen, and it's there. Mims breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets out towards midfield. A nice run by Lou Mims off of the middle screen. Working well. We have an injured Buck down on the field right now. And I think that maybe either Matt Showalter or Matt Jarrett. I think it's Matt Showalter.
Showalter, yes. But a nice play by Mims. They've had between Mims and Johnson on those little screen plays right in the center of the field, and some nice yardage. And again, it's a lot of the individual effort by Johnson, and on that one by Mims. He carried some tackles for about an extra 7 yards in that play.
First down for North Penn with 3:32 to go in the fourth quarter.
Game time, 2:30. Tomorrow night,
North Penn still has a few. They have East to play. I believe they also have Council Rock yet to play this year. And I think they have Pennsburg, I'm not sure. And of course, the last game of the year is with a non-conference rival, but their annual game is against a team that really could give Central Bucks West a little bit of a tussle, and that's Lansdale Catholic. Now they're a Division 3, I think it is, or again, not Division 3, PIAA 3 team, yeah, Division team, but they have also jumped out to a 5-0 record, and they have been very solid early in the season. North Penn's going to have their hands full with them.
Of course, Lansdale Catholic has that big quarterback in Mike DeMortelier, and you know, they are a passing team, and they are a fun team to watch.
Yeah, that's the only thing is it may not be played again this year, because if Lansdale Catholic is in the playoffs, well, they just won't play them on Thanksgiving Day.
And last year was different circumstances than that.
Yeah.
Would it be nice to see that game come back, because that is a big rivalry up in that area. Of course, they both use the same field like East-West does here with that War Memorial Field.
First and 10, back to pass. Pirantozzi rolling out, has a lot of time. Throws it deep. He's got Fitzpatrick wide open to the 20, the 15, the 10, and knocked it around to the 5-yard line. Evans Fitzpatrick, and that ball was thrown perfectly.
Well, that's the play they've been looking for all night. And one of the first people there to greet Fitzpatrick is his quarterback, Pirantozzi. The receivers, as we've mentioned, have been open in this game, and that's the first real big, long pass play that the Knights have been able to complete. And Fitzpatrick, good catch and run, and gets it down inside the 5 for first and goal.
First and goal for the Knights. Ball at the 4-yard line. 3:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Great pass, big play of the game so far. Fitzpatrick hit in stride, and only a touchdown-saving tackle kept him from going in. Rolling to the right, he's under a rush. He gets outside the ring, throws it into the end zone high, and it's incomplete. Play never really had a chance to develop, as the penetration was just too strong as they try to pass off a one look, but CB West was not fooled. It's second and goal from the 4.
Well, a good job by Pirantozzi to get away from the pressure. There was a lot of pressure on him. He rolled down, eluded the rush. Really, like you mentioned, did not have time to look for receivers. Thought he saw one in the back end of the end zone, threw it up, but it fell incomplete.
Actually, he had a man in the end zone, went through the hands a little bit high, but it was a well-delivered ball. Second and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. Backs split behind quarterback Pirantozzi. Mims the tailback. Fade pattern again. He's got a man. Can he get him? No! Fitzpatrick couldn't come down with it. That's a timing pass, and he just couldn't quite get it to him.
That's a play similar to the one they ran on the 2-point conversion after their only touchdown of this game. A better thrown ball by Pirantozzi that time, but again, Fitzpatrick could not bring it down for the touchdown.
So it'll be third and goal as they tried 2 straight passes off first and goal. And Hickey Johnson checks back into the game. So you wonder if they might try some chicanery on a handoff, a reverse, something like that. Where Johnson lines up, split off the quarterback. And they hand it off underneath and into the end zone for a touchdown. Let's see if that's Bielauer or that's Mims. Let's see who got the ball. A quick hitting handoff. I think that's Bielauer. Yeah, that's Nate Bielauer. So Nate Bielauer makes it 35-12.
A good job by Bielauer. Actually, a great job by the offensive line. They moved the Bucks back on that play. Bielauer just followed his blockers right into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game and his 8th on the season. As you mentioned, he's undersized for a back there, a blocking back, but he gets the job done. He gets the power yardage, and he got about 4 there for the touchdown.
Going for 2. Again, the looking pass. He got it. Got it. And it's a good pass complete to Payne for 2, and it's 35-14.
And again, look at Mike Pettine Jr., this is what you wanted in the second half. They have established themselves in this second half. As we mentioned, it won't be enough to win this game, but the key is they've established themselves and they've showed that they didn't give up in this game.
And if Pettine Jr. sits down with his kids during the week and he says to them, look, if you don't have any turnovers in this game, it's 21-14 right now. And this game's up for grabs. Actually, possibly 14-14 when you look at it. Because the 3 of the 4 or 5 touchdowns came off of turnovers.
Turnovers and field position,
That's
you're right.
exactly right. So you look at that and you say, all right, yeah, maybe this touchdown is a gimme. It came against not the first team. But I'll tell you what, you dominated the second half. You beat them. We lost 35-0 in the first half. We're winning the second half 35-14. Who knows what could happen in the last 2:48 of this fourth quarter. Obviously, North Penn's not going to come back and score 21 points unless, well, if pigs could fly, we'd all wear hats. But, you know, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, basically now they're lining up like it's a straight kickoff, but you know when he comes back, they're going to probably line up different. Let's see if they go wide or if they go into some type of an onside kick. And let's see who's kicking this for North Penn. It's Joe Talise, left-footed. And he kicks it up high, so they're going to kick it off. Nobody back there except the one player. And he'll run through, and he breaks through the opening coverage. Brought down. Oh, a nice run on the play. That was Joel Starsman.
Mike Colonello with the big tackle, probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, you know what happened there was they figured they kick it deep to the one runner, but he had so much of a time to pick up steam, and all the blocking was up front, and they knocked them all down. And he had a head of steam at 20 yards before he got his first receiver, and they'll have a timeout for CB West with 2:40 to go in this fourth quarter as they want to discuss what they want to do. The lead is now 21 points at 35-14. The game looks to be well in hand, but you never know. I'm a little surprised they didn't try the inside kick again.
I am too, especially with the success they had the first time. And as you mentioned, you never know what could happen. The chances of North Penn coming back and winning this game, even if they recover an onside kick, are really slim. The momentum on the offense, though, you might want to go for it again. You have nothing to lose. You've been going for it on 4th down deep in your territory. Might as well give it a shot.
And once again, we remind you the VHS copies of this and all other SCP sporting events are available by calling 345-5154 Monday through Friday during business hours. And whether you're a North Penn fan or a CB West fan, you want a copy of this tape because both teams showed themselves well at different points in the game. 1st and 10, although the marker says 2nd and 10, it's 1st and 10. Pitch goes, and we'll get the running back's name because he gets some nice yardage on the play. It's number 15. That would be Matt Barrett, a junior. Well, I haven't done as a split end, but he's running the ball. Let's see, we have a new quarterback in the game? Yeah, Bill Stone's in a quarterback. That's another familiar last name. Bill Stone at quarterback, of course, Rod Stone, principal of the high school. Pitch goes to Barrett. Barrett off the left side, gets some nice running room. He'll take it out over midfield to the 45 and to the 43-yard line. So Matt Barrett's showing some legs.
Well, this is his chance to shine and show the coaching staff what he can do. If not for later this year, for next year.
And there are a lot of clean jerseys on the North Penn side, too, so they've put in some of the reserves as well as the clock starts to run again. I see Jared Gamble in the game now. Stone at quarterback. Hands the ball underneath and getting a little bit of running yardage. About 2. Clock will move. We're inside a minute 35 to go in regulation.
Well, if you're Mike Pettine Sr., you have to be obviously thrilled with the way your team played in the first half, an absolute total domination. And it wasn't just Armstrong. You had Warden with 2 touchdowns, Polina with a touchdown, Potter with a touchdown, Armstrong with 1. And when the game was on the line, they just came out and took it over.
Handoff underneath, and again breaking out and getting some nice yardage was Barrett. He got hit and he would not be denied, so he'll get close to the first down.
And of course, on the other sideline, the other Pettine, You have to be pleased with the way that the team came out in the second half. When the game was over, they could have held their heads low. But they came out and decided to play some ball here.
Well, I'll be very candid with you, and I may get people unhappy with me saying this, but I've watched this team for years. I have seen North Penn teams come out for the second half and quit.
They did not do so tonight.
They have been down, and they just really just sort of spit out the bit. Not frequently. I've seen it once in a while under previous situations, and this did not happen here. As we have a flag, I think we're going to have too much time here. It is.
And this is the first time that you could, that was the test of that, a test of what you're saying here with Mike Pettine Jr. as the head coach, and it did not happen.
Well, again, they're doing very well. This is a rebuilding year, a learning year for both. The kids are learning about who Mike Pettine Jr. is. Mike Pettine Jr. is learning about who the kids are. Next year, I mean, this year they're going to end up with a good record. There's no two ways about it. They'll probably win 7 or 8 games this year. Next year, they're going to be stronger. They're going to be better. They're going to be heard from. And they just take the victory, Neil, and they will, I don't think we'll get another playoff as teams sort of mill around toward midfield.
Let's see if we can see what will happen in midfield when the Pettines come and meet.
Hopefully get the shot of the Pettines, and the crowd is on their feet inside. 10 seconds to go. They're coming to midfield now. Let's keep an eye on Mike Pettine Sr. He's walking nice and slowly, and there they are. Father and son congratulating each other in the middle of the field. The two teams gather around as time has expired. And the Central Bucks West has defeated Central Bucks East 35-14 as the teams shake hands in midfield. First two to see each other were Mike Pettine Sr. and Mike Pettine Jr. Gave each other a hug. Senior wins on this day, but there will be others, folks. Let's take a break as the teams congratulate each other in midfield. We'll take a break and wrap this one up right after these messages. Don't go away.
Now, eliminate the drudgery of no-win workouts
and cut your workout time in half.
with a revolutionary fitness flyer from Guthrie Ranker. Other machines can create painful impact on your knees and joints.
But the Fitness Flyer has been biomechanically engineered to work with your body's natural movement.
For a smooth workout that's virtually zero impact. And when you're done,
The Fitness Flyer quickly folds down and rolls away.
for easy storage in a closet or under a bed. Try the Fitness Flyer risk-free for a full 30 days.
For just 4 easy payments of only $49.95. And these special bonuses are yours just for ordering.
Don't walk.
Don't run.
Don't ride.
Just fly with a revolutionary Fitness Flyer.
Call now.
Credit card customers call toll-free. Your Fitness Flyer is backed by a lifetime manufacturer's warranty. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try the Fitness Flyer in your own home risk-free. Call the toll-free number now.
Back at War Memorial Field with the final score, you see it right there. Central Bucks West 35, North Penn 14. Bob Friedman along with Matt Levy. Yes, Matt, it was a blowout early on, but you got to hand it to Pettine Jr. and his North Penn team. They didn't quit. They came back and won the second half.
And that is the key, one of the keys to the game, and that is something that I'm sure Mike Pettine Jr. is addressing to his team right now. He'll address it on Monday when they probably meet up again for the first time. And that is something they have to remember the second half as opposed to the first. You don't want to forget the first half because you don't want to make those mistakes. And as you mentioned right before this game ended, it could be a little different if it wasn't for the turnovers and the mistakes. But if Central Bucks West won this game, I think North Penn impressed a lot of people the way they came out in the second half.
Well, let's say this. The first half, when the game was on the line, though, CB West came out and did what they had to do. They put together 2 impressive scoring drives on the first 2 possessions, put the game up at 14-0, and then took advantage of turnovers after that. Were very opportunistic, scored a quick touchdown at the end of the first quarter. It was 21-0, and North Penn couldn't find their way up. 2 touchdowns in the second quarter by Central Bucks West. It was 35-0 at the half. North Penn came out for the second half and we said did not quit. They dominated Central Bucks West in the second half. Some great running on the part of Hickey Johnson, some passing on the part of Tommy Pierantozzi, good solid line play, good defense on the part of North Penn, and they did an excellent job. As you see the CB West cheerleaders very happy with the final result. A nice game for West, who now goes in. Their schedule starts to ease up just a little bit here. They have Ben Salem, of course, it's not a patsy, but after having played Pennsbury, Neshaminy, and North Penn, Ben Salem and Truman at home is an easier situation. Council Rock and CB East wrap up the season. Council Rock, you can't count them out, Matt. You just can't. They've had a tough year so far, but they've got too many horses, and they got Alex Wade, and you never know what's going to happen when you play at the Rock.
And they gave East, a great battle in that game, and battled North Penn really tough as well too early on. And but of course, as Mike Penn Sr. would say, as he said all along coming into this game, he wasn't going to worry about this game until it came, and he's probably right concerned right now about a letdown against Ben Salem because of the amount of games and the big games they've played leading up to that one. But this team is just really, when they get all their motors running as they did in the first half tonight, they're really unstoppable, and that's why this program is the way it is, and that's the way Mike Penn Sr. has built this program, and Mike Penn Jr. is such a part of it. During his time as a quarterback, and then of course coming back and was a coach on that state championship team in '91. What Central Bucks West is what Mike Penn Jr. wants to establish at North Penn. And judging by him and the way his team has played early on this year and the way they looked in the second half, he will do that. But as you mentioned, it will take time. It takes a little bit of time. It takes to develop a program from the roots, which is your midget football, bringing it up, and he's overseeing that too. He's getting a look in there. He's getting into a program which should be a great program eventually. Going to be a solid program, drawing that many kids as North Penn does, one of the largest school districts in the state. You've got to think that they're going to find a way to make this happen. Now, you look at it and you say, you look at this game, you say, the point I'm trying to make on CB West is, if you think of the big plays in this game, the big plays, most of you think, well, you got the pass to Fitzpatrick, you got the runs by Hickey Johnson, you got the pass and runs by Hickey Johnson, you got all those different plays. But it was 35-0 at the half, CB West, and all they did was solid football. No spectacular plays. The biggest one was a 29-yard touchdown run at the beginning of the game by Warden. But realistically, they just pounded the football. They made the plays they had to make. They did precision ball. And in the second half, they kind of let down a little bit. And I'm sure that Carey and Pettine are going to be all over them this week not to allow that to happen again. Well, as I mentioned, that second half will probably be the first thing that they see on the film. But overall, just an outstanding performance by Central Bucks West. Yeah, they had maybe a little bit of a letdown in the second half, but when the game was on the line, there was pure domination by the Bucks. And that will wrap it up for tonight. Big game for Mike Pettine Sr. winning as Central Bucks West winning again 35-14 over North Penn in the first matchup between Mike Pettine Sr. and Mike Pettine Jr., the first of hopefully many. I want to thank our production crew tonight for doing a great job. Our director, Gina Weber. Audio, Terry Colbert. Electronic graphics, Joe McAleese. And our camera people, Bob McMahon, Kim Newell, and Jim Sutton. And for my partner, Matt Levy, this is Bob Friedman, and along with Tommy White, who did such a great job on the statistics tonight. Thanking you for joining us. Final score, CBUS 35, North Penn 14. And good night, and we'll see you at the game, everybody. Good night.